A decker in the face.
Good luck with that. I honestly and truly wish you good luck with that. And after you do so, I will hide behind your stone-ridden corpse.
Hey, I can do it with my eyes closed so I don't get turned into a statue.
Anyways,
I'm gonna say this
hello.
in the nicest way I can, Tato. Don't ever do that accent again.
Maybe I will. Who knows?
You know, we could always have somebody that uses their ethereal influence to force him to use it the
God,
entire
no.
game.
Please, no.
I mean, I can, it's just I can't use it on my own session.
Well, you know what you do, Turlix?
What?
Ray is waiting for somebody to do that for him and his Mickey voice
Oh, God.
on the Tuesday group, so, you know, just
God.
a little
So,
scratching each
what-
other's backs.
Wait, what would I be doing?
You'd be locking Ray into his Mickey voice so he can lock Tato into his whatever the hell that was. A trade-off, if you will.
Yeah, but I don't exactly want to antagonize them either after everything Tato's already done to antagonize them.
Who's them?
Ray would be happy with this. The person
I
you
have a
need to
feeling-
worry about is Dova.
I feel like being happy about being forced into Mickey voice is not a happy thing to do.
The
Like, you want
DM
me
hates
there
the
being
voice.
Forced. Huh?
The DM hates the voice.
Yeah,
And that's why he won't do it by himself.
I don't have to exert my ethereal influence to do that. He can just do that himself.
No,
So
because then the DM will kill him.
Justify his actions.
Is this good?
Fine. God. What would that count
Let's go
as
fly
minor
some
or
monsters.
moderate?
I would say that would count as a probably moderate.
Okay.
Let's like a fight.
Because I am trying to save up for one of the arts myself, but
Anyways, hello everybody and welcome to the stream. I am Raw Zim and this is Fists of Furry Dungeons and Dragons.
No,
Hi, I'm Mistress Rika. I am the dungeon master for
No, you're not.
this. Shut up!
slapped duct tape on Tato. Okay, continue.
You don't know my life. This is Fists of Furry. I am the person who tries to guide these poor, unfortunate souls through the pitfalls and pratfalls of Dungeons and Dragons. Currently, we are at the Earthspur Mines, deep in the Ludwadkazar Dwarven clan territory. Last we met the party, they had scurried in, around, over, and through the mines, found some rather nifty floating stones.
I would like to state that that collapsing staircase thing was not our fault. It was locked up when we got there.
Sure it was. Anyway,
We didn't make it collapse. It just collapsed.
Exactly, you see what he's saying right there. It was not our fault.
well,
I get a third
it was the
opinion.
Bullets. The Bullets caused that. But, knowing that the Medusa still lurks within the foundry of the mine, some of the characters had gone topside and recruited the help of 6 stalwart dwarven warriors who they then proceeded to give really stupid names to.
Do they even understand us? Like,
Those
or do they only
names,
speak Dwarvish.
I would like to point out the names. We've got
Okay,
Michael
what
with a B,
Yes, we do.
Nigel
with a B.
Thornberry, Fative, Pierre, Reddy Bake Shriddington, and Wild Thornton.
We're not. What names are these? These are worse than the names we gave the Hydra heads.
Michael with a B.
Yes, they are.
I like Steve.
Steve.
Steve is probably my favorite one.
Elysian Pets Paint Chip's head.
His name is Steve. His name is Steven, spelled with a PH. Whatever you say, Steven.
Ethan.
Steven. Alright, so, if you could all open up the map once more.
Yes, sir.
Wow, Ninja.
What?
I just saw your comment.
Yep.
Anyways, moving on.
Too late now!
You heard it too, don't lie.
Well, no, Tato's the one who pointed it out. I'm not the one walking around saying spermines.
You just said it.
Yeah, I know.
Oh.
I did it.
Oh.
Don't get salty.
You're
Oh.
salty. I just had ramen. I'm allowed to be salty.
Is it because of the spermines?
No, it's because of the salt.
Same thing, really. Don't breathe too deep in the spermines, you might
You
choke.
sure this isn't a salt mine?
Pretty sure.
No, it has to be
It's a-
iron.
It's a dwarven floating rock made of meteorite mine.
It's floating? We're in a floating mine?
No, the giant rocks in the room to the south, you dingus.
How the hell did we get into this floating mine? We don't
ignore.
have any flying abilities.
Well, technically, you
Oh,
took the
speak for
stairs
yourself, man.
down. You guys took the stairs down into it. However, Tato blubbed his way down the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay, but
I
that
sat
doesn't
on every
explain
step,
how
and I
it's a
just-
floating mine.
flopped forward. Because everyone else was slipping.
Because we're on a cliff face, that's why it's floating.
That doesn't make it floating.
Not
When
in
did
the
we
literal
get into a
sense.
floating mine?
No, the mine itself
Anyways,
isn't
what are
floating.
we
Some
doing
rocks
now?
are floating, I guess.
Oh. You really need to be more
The
clear
rocks
about
in the
this
room-
stuff, Rika.
To the big ass floating rocks. What?
You really need to
Okay,
be
but
more
the way you
clear.
worded it sounded like the mine itself was floating.
This is the game where we play D&D. We try to, but we just end up annoying Rika half the time.
And or Zim.
And just,
And
by
or
pretending to be
other-
stupid.
Third of the time is listening to Tato laugh his ass off.
Yeah, I got the laugh.
The other sixth of the time is telling Zim not to eat that.
You know, I could draw.
You could
Oh,
what?
Thank you. I could
Telling Nim, don't eat that. No, you cannot eat that.
No. Rika was saying something and she kept cutting out.
Yeah, she's going out.
God damn it!
The
I'm willing
next-
to bet you heard that. God damn it, though.
Yeah, that
yeah,
we heard.
that.
Clear as day.
Go figure, right?
Speaking of, this is a fucking Christian server!
Foiding, thank you.
Right, Foido.
Foido.
Foidoing mother Foidos. Okay. Now I don't know where I was. God dang it!
Yay, we did it!
We walked in and recruited all these strapping young dwarves.
Yes, the dwarves. Yes. They are
Only
going
like
to
half
march
of the
back.
party actually left. The rest is still inside. Tato got a good look at the Medusa.
and then promptly left the room like a smart seal.
How good of a
Somebody told
look.
him to do so.
I got the intelligence.
Not much of it, but it's there.
Eat a
We have recently developed machinery with a fine enough resolution to detect it. It was quite a breakthrough.
AI does not stand for artificial intelligence. It stands for actual idiot. Okay, so Zale and Nim have gone topside and have managed to recruit 6 dwarven warriors to assist with, let's call it the God damn it, I lost the word. The extermination of a pest within the Earth Spur mines.
You mean homicide?
No extermination.
This is more of an execution than it is a homicide.
Homicide is what happens to innocent people. Extermination is what happens to bad people.
Since when were we done?
Hmm?
Since when were we Dalek?
I don't know.
Exterminate.
We're not. We're not as far as I know.
Exterminate. Kill the doctor.
Oh god. Do I need to get my voice changer going? Because I can do that.
No, we're good.
Alright, anyway.
Welcome to the
Anyway.
other third half of the session, us not actually playing the game.
Pretty much. We sit around a D&D table and just yell memes at each other for 3.5 hours. Okay. So Zale, Nim, you are currently, and I say this very begrudgingly, in charge of 6 dwarven warriors.
A slight correction, and probably going to make you feel actually, not sure if it'd make you feel better or worse. Zale knows nothing about them yet. He's busy tending to his own business near the stables. Nim is in charge of 6 strapping
Oh,
dwarven
God.
warriors.
Damn it.
Go forth and kill mine enemies!
Foido. Well, they know that they're basically returning to the mine to help take out a Medusa. But that's about all they know.
Alright, does anybody call anybody else out of the mine? Like,
No.
And my impression was that we all left the mine, but if you guys didn't come out, then I have no clue where you are.
I never specified going out of the mine. I remember you.
No,
I'm not out the
according
mine.
to the
I'm
map,
I
According
thought
to the
we
map-
came back into the mine because I left the mine too, but I'm back in the mine now.
yeah,
We
Shinzi
kind of
went back
left
down
off
in there.
there.
Shinzi went back down in there. I don't think Zale or Nim actually came back down into the mine.
Well, I'm probably about by the entrance by now. I've done what I needed to.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can go out, I guess.
Then please go ahead and put your tokens back into the mines where you belong.
God, Foido it.
Alright. I would like to regroup with the team, I guess, by the entrance of the
Oh
mine.
god, there's that Shrek thing again!
We need
What?
a token for Shrek so we can bring him into the mines.
No, we don't.
We still need a token for Shrek anyways.
To anyone new, Shrek with an extra K is the name of our cart.
The extra
We
K.
decided to name it Shrek.
The extra K means the name needs a little bit of phlegm when you say it.
Shrek.
There you go. Beautiful.
The fled.
Alright,
Phlegm.
guys.
Alright, so while you're doing that, I'm going to bring the dwarves down into the mine.
All of the unidentified map/images.
Hey guys, I got some good news. Tato's got some good news.
Is
He's
this the one?
addressing the dwarves.
Hey, I found the one.
Hey, look.
Oi,
I
don't
actually-
talk to me and my sons ever again.
Alright, for the record, Mike, I want to say that this is quiet. material. They won't grow up to be knights in shining armor or nothing like that.
Zale, what are those behind them?
Rico's roughnecks. Don't worry about
Honestly, I have no idea. He sort of came home with them.
it.
I guess you could
They
say
Look
they
like
came
down
from
here.
home.
dwarves.
They followed me down here. Can I keep them?
Right. Well, they sort that out. Zale wants to take a peek down this passage, by the way.
Let me move the map so I can see where you're going.
Nowhere in particular. I figured it'll take them at least 5 minutes to get past the. You brought more down here?
Let me go ahead and do that.
That's about what I expected. Thank you, though.
Yeah,
I
not
do
much
expect
there.
ways in.
Rika,
It's a nice little
Yes.
way to get through.
what are the dwarves equipped with?
I was going to ask that.
The dwarves. Let me find their little thing-a-do here.
Yeah, I'm imagining mason shields, but that's because I'm a racist.
The dwarves actually wield hand axes.
Hand axes.
Excuse me.
These are Ludwigkazar's dwarves. Basically,
Ah,
they have the same stone skin that Boone Ludwigkazar had. Okay, that sounded awesome. I don't know what that was, but that sounded awesome.
Water bottle, I think.
Okay.
equivalents thereof, yes.
But if you remember Boone from the Gladiator Trials,
Yes.
yeah. These are the same types of dwarves. They don't really have to wear armor because their bodies are armor.
Shenzi!
What?
All right, guys.
I adopted
so,
some children for us.
Oh god.
as the monster fighting
Please.
expert here, I should probably roll nature, or not nature.
Please.
What would I roll for knowing what a magical creature is? Like Tales of
Arcana
the
for
Medusa
magical
should
creatures
be
or
common,
nature
right?
for more natural ones.
Well, considering that his history is Monster Hunter and he comes from a family of monster hunters, I would say it's more just a general knowledge check.
All right, I'll roll my intelligence then.
Well, roll whatever knowledge you have best, I think is what is being
Oh.
said, because you get your proficiency if you do that.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
There's only one knowledge, though.
21.
Well, there's Arcana, Nature.
Well, I don't know that survival would have to do
Oh.
with. Well,
You could stretch it, but
I
you could also stretch
guess. I mean,
perception on it.
well, yeah. but
Insight might fit a bit better than survival.
Nah, not insight.
What are you trying to glean?
I'm trying to remember my lessons in how to correctly fight a Medusa.
Oh, so you're trying to remember the wise words of Grandma Yama?
Yeah,
Yup.
Grandma Yama. Her name is actually Yama.
Yeah. Yama Russet.
Yes, because we gotta stretch the potato pun.
Yeah, you know how we do. All right. Obviously, Medusas kind of are a let's call them well-known creature.
I would have used infamous.
So everybody pretty much knows that you don't look a Medusa in the eyes. Otherwise, you're gonna turn to stone. Other than that,
Apparently don't run into them at a nudist beach.
yeah. Otherwise, you'll basically, if you're a guy, you'll basically turn into a sundial. So that's useful.
Now, I, the
Alright.
player, know about gaze attacks, but Zale may or may not. I want to say that would be an Arcana check, correct?
Can we fight the Demogorgon?
You can.
If
I'll fight it too.
tell you what, if I find anything that allows me to place a Demogorgon in here, I will set it upon you, Zim.
Can it be the Stranger Things Demigorgon?
Well, that's a D&D demigorgon, so you might run into one eventually. Ow!
All right, guys. The thing about
Mother mucker.
Medusa is that they're little bitches. If they're directly threatened and cannot cannot turn somebody to stone, they'll run away. So what we got to do is block off the exits.
Right. I'll get right on that. I will.
So,
Because we don't want the Medusa to run away.
so when me and Tato went there, we saw a total of 3 possible exits that are the easiest, with everything else being difficult to do.
There's actually only 3 entrances to the mine. One was the stairway you guys took, which was then destroyed by
I
bullets.
was talking about the actual room the Medusa
Yeah,
is
we
got-
really
oh.
don't
got the
want to be
exit
chasing it
to the
all over the
mine.
mines. Does Tato also share what he knows about their gaze effect?
Yes, I do.
All right,
Or I
so
would, if I'm allowed to.
so the information is you can be petrified by the gaze of a Medusa. The only way to fix it is through a greater restoration spell or other magic.
Shouldn't
you
I be
are-
explaining this?
Well, I'm kind of speaking through you here because I have the Medusa character thing open right now.
Oh, okay.
The best way to beat this is to avert your gaze, which can be tough to do if you get surprised by it. So keep your head on a swivel.
Yeah, you're gonna have to disregard a lot of your
Look out
usual
for
warrior
it so that
instincts.
you don't look at it.
Exactly.
Right,
Also-
I've got a way I might be able to fix that for the rest of you, but it won't work so well for myself.
Also, an interesting way if you dare to fight a Medusa in this fashion, if you have some kind of reflective surface and can get the Medusa to look into it, it does have about a 30-foot radius where bright light has to be in order for this reflective trick to work, but the Medusa can be affected by its own gaze.
Right, and if only we'd been able to find a mirror somewhere in this whole entire dwarven city.
They don't want to look at each other, apparently. I don't know.
Something like that, I don't know.
Maybe
It's just... I mean, I tried sneaking into a couple of their rooms, but I didn't have none in there neither.
Hmm.
I mean, I was invited into a couple of their...
You already said it. Come on. You're not even
I
good
don't
as a
get what
thief.
your insistence is to hide all of your activities from us. I really don't.
Well, it's sort of an instinct. See, when you're living on the streets, if people know what you're about, it's usually a bad thing overall.
Yeah, usually.
I bet that's not even his real accent.
I have no comment neither way.
Get him really drunk and then find out.
I'm not sure we'll get his real accent then either. It would be a bit
His
more
real accent,
slurred.
Drunken slur.
No,
Right, so no,
Brian,
this is what I might be able to do for us. I can plop down a globe of darkness, and it will blind all of you. But the advantage there would be the Medusa is also blind.
It's less about blinding her and more about taking her eyes out of our view. The Medusa,
Right.
if I recall, is at the center of the room. There are 4 gargoyles, and they're all preoccupied with whipping your kin.
5.
I don't have no kin.
I'm talking to the dwarves at that point.
Oh, right, yeah. No, that makes sense.
The dwarves that are hanging out there in the corridor, they shift on their feet, kind of uneasily. Some of them getting rather angry at this news.
Quick, mate, talk more about that. They might charge in and give us a distraction.
One of them grips the haft of his throwing axe so hard that you begin to hear the wood splinter.
I feel your bloodlust, but you need to reserve it,
No,
especially
encourage that.
against a creature
No.
like the Medusa who can use it against you. The best
Right.
thing for you guys to do is to make sure she can't escape. If you make sure she can't escape, we'll win.
So, do we want the darkness thing? I mean, you can avert
Yeah,
your
go for
gaze
it.
and not look at her.
Damn it.
Well, only problem with it is it kind of doesn't work on me. So
How
I'd say here quite plain.
I have an idea. Since they don't really know about us, I want you to throw the darkness globe in first. Then we'll all run in while the Medusa's blinded, and by the time she
So,
gets out, she'll be
there's another
surrounded.
thing we could do here. I'll get your name this time. Nim, right? Yeah, you dog thing. You've got that scent ability. You can sniff out where she is and attack her, even in the darkness. Rest of us may or may not have that. So those what can't fight in darkness, they go after the gargoyles. Does that sound fair? Maybe.
So your plan is for me to go against it alone.
No, not alone.
What Zale's proposing is he can drop the darkness, which means she can't see, and you can't see. Gaze attack won't work, but you're fighting blind.
Not
As
completely
opposed
alone.
to
In
you
fact,
closing your eyes and only you can see.
I
Hold on.
have no idea.
Let's do it.
Tato takes out his reagent pouch. Close your eyes a sec, Nim. Just throws some iron shavings at him. Says, "Be protected by light and darkness." There.
Yeah.
Yes.
What?
If I
A little
use
shimmering
level
barrier
spell
appears.
slot, can I use one of my level spells?
Oh, your microphone kind of cut out on that. What was that, Cuppy?
If I use one of my level, can I use a level?
Every time you said level, it cut out. I don't know what's going on.
If you need to type it, go ahead. I know you're feeling kind of under the weather, so if you do need to type it, please do so. I don't want you straining your voice if you're not feeling well. Okay. I care about you.
So going forward
Oh,
with
what?
the assumption.
I think I know what she was saying. If instead of using a level 2 spell, she could just use an additional level 1. Is that correct?
No, an additional level 2 instead of using.
Oh, unfortunately, it doesn't go that way. You have a set number of leveled spells that you can use per extended rest.
I know that there are some spells that will let you cast in higher levels, but I don't think I don't know if you have any of those.
Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't really go upwards like that. It can only go back downwards. Like you could use up a level 2 slot to use a level 1 spell, but it can't go the other way.
That's what. Can I use a level slot?
She's asking about going down.
Okay, then yeah.
So you can use a level 3 slot and use a level 2 spell using a level 3 slot.
Yes. Some
Okay.
spells gain additional effect for this. Actually,
Yeah, I
most
said-
do. Others don't. So assuming that we're going forward with the darkness plan, Zale is going to line one of his arrows with the glue.
That is actually a really good idea.
I might have been planning it since I first stuck that rapier in poor Dawson's back.
Poor Dawson! How could you do that to him?
I mean, in all fairness, he was trying to kill me at the time. Sort of, kind of.
Good
I mean, in a roundabout way.
Good point. I'm not gonna
Take a
say you're
high call.
wrong. I'm not gonna say you're wrong. I'm just upset that you're right. Meh.
Anybody else have any preparations to make before we begin?
Hey, Dado.
Yes.
Can I use my rapier against the Medusa, or do I have to using the dagger?
The sorry, the Medusa isn't an elemental like the what you call it, like the gargoyles.
Okay.
So yeah, you can do fluid. You can hit them and you'll rough them up with your rapier.
I will concur on that. There is no issue with resistances or anything like that.
These things, they bleed and they lie a lot.
Well,
All right,
I'm ready.
So we ready to do this?
Yep.
I have no spell slots, so
Where are we gonna position ourselves first so that we can?
Well,
feel-
no.
Riseroth donating the 105 bits. We have our first donation. You know what that means? That is over $1, which means that Ethereal Influence is active.
Yeah, what do you want to have happen? Razzie. Riseroth.
or you can save it for another time.
Yes.
Your Z coins are automatically added, so you can just save them if you want. Ethereal Influence allows you to do all sorts of crazy things. Basically, anything you want. It's just a matter of how major it is. Determines how many
Determined
coins
by
it.
how much you donate, yeah.
Yeah.
So with 105 bits, that's
Well-
around about $1. You can do something minor with that. You can cause somebody to maybe miss on a very close hit, or somebody suddenly gets the drop on someone else. Things like that.
I have
Things
some. Sorry. I have
That's
some
okay.
examples on the redemption page. If you go through the channel description where the Hungry Dog is, click on that and you'll see a tab for Z coins or loyalty points. I forget which it says. Just click on that and you can get a few ideas of what each rank is.
I don't have any idea whatsoever. I'm here. I don't get it. Sorry.
Oh yeah, I believe for the $1 and up, it's a minor.
Yeah, but you know what constitutes minor?
No, I'm talking to Riseroth.
I'm not sure what your question is, Riseroth. If you could be a bit more detailed on this. Oh wait, you did use coins before. Is that what you're referring to?
Oh. You said he just didn't know what rank he was getting for the 100.
Oh, you can save it and go through the dog in the description and you'll be able to spend those coins through there. And you can see how many coins you have and what you can spend it on. Because you've got more than just the coins from the 100 bits here. I know that for sure.
Hey Nim,
Yeah?
are you able to move the dwarf tokens?
I am.
Okay,
I
cool.
am too.
Cool. So I don't have to worry about doing it. Brilliant!
That's always a wonderful thing to realize as a GM.
I know, right? I'm already trying to kill you. I don't want to have to also play against myself. That is not high enough, Zale.
I was just giving you a stealth roll in general.
Yep.
For approaching the entrance here. Assume that we're getting ready to go.
Alright, I know you're not a fan of this, Nim, but it's faster to say it than it is to type it. Someone over on my channel has asked about the party composition. We are missing one of our players, that is Kiero. He is a kangaroo-kin cleric. That's fun to say. That is actually really fun to say. Shinzi Bonechomp, she is a necromancer. Her race is actually a hyena person, not a what's the
Gnoll.
word? Yeah, not a gnoll. She is a hyena person. It is different. Elysian, he is a treasure hunter. Otherwise, I'm not sure if that's a ranger or what.
They're
It's a rogue.
It is a rogue? Okay. And he is a bipedal wolfkin. Tato is a seal. He is a what? A fighter?
He is a
Ranger, which is
Ranger.
oh so ironic.
I know,
How is it
right?
ironic?
Ranger seals?
Yes,
Rangers and seals are always at odds.
that's very true. Tato is a harp seal. Nim Otar is our only quadruped of the party. He is actually a paladin. His race is a noble wolf, which basically means he is a quadrupedal wolf with human-like intelligence and the ability to utilize classes that are used by bipedal creatures.
Please note that human-like intelligence. Very
Yes.
important.
Yes. Zale Argent is our resident
Asshole.
cutters. Our resident cutters. He is a cat person.
A lynx, actually, so if you want specifics.
The feline in general.
Yes.
Rysera, do you do the crit fails, crit successes for skills? If so, I want it to be an ethereal gong happening that's able to heard throughout the area if they're in, but it can. Oh, okay. What I can do here for you, Rysera, then, for this particular encounter, should they get any type of success on a skill check, or if they roll a critical on an attack, a rather loud gong shall sound for only the party.
Do go spend your Z coins, please, though.
Yes. Make sure you spend those coins before we enact that.
Yeah.
You know, that sounds like the god down here is cheering us on.
Oh, don't like
Well,
that.
both
God,
when
don't
we
say that.
succeed and fail. Whoever was asking about the party composition,
Yeah, that was FSB 75 over in the Drownwitch Tavern.
perfect, thank you. If you come over to my channel, I do actually have cards that have the basic stats for the characters scrolling through.
What the frill?
You didn't know
I
that?
don't want that.
Yeah, we need to update these.
No,
though.
that's not what I.
Oh, yeah, well, there's not a lot different stat-wise, but yeah, probably at least at the 5 and the
No,
HP.
well, my monkey here for a second. Khadgar reload. But no,
You are breaking out really bad.
Yeah, you've been turning.
I done told you why it was gonna do that.
We didn't hear
I
that
said
either.
Khadgar was reloading.
I did. You're just not listening.
FSB, that's
Hello?
Still breaking out really bad.
the that
You are roboting.
Maybe you need to replug it.
and you should there.
Hang on, guys. We're not sure what's going on, but
Hello?
Hello.
here we go. The heck is Khadgar?
Khadgar is the dual stream thing.
Oh.
I know if Khadgar has this.
Why did that make it so your microphone broke?
Because I'm currently trying to stream with a potato computer. The moment I try to reload Khadgar, I'm trying to reload 2 streams at once while I have a stream currently recording.
Wonk.
It's a resource whore, Zim.
Mm.
Alright, so we've got that set. And for those of you over in Razim's channel, if you would like to get a peek behind the DM screen to see what the players can't, you too can go to the Khadgar link. We spread the love here in the Drowned Winch Tavern. We just ask that you do the same. All right. So, has the party rolled for initiative yet?
No, we have not.
Well, you need to.
First,
Oh
we got
wait, I
all
didn't take my
myself.
position though.
And I don't know how to force the dwarves to do that.
Yeah, the combat tracker. There we go. Okay.
Oh,
We
well.
got nobody on the last entrance of the mine.
We need to roll off Elysian.
Hmm?
We
That's
have the
right,
exact
Riser
same
Ross.
result.
Oh,
I'm gonna throw a d6 in there.
You actually get to see my pretty face over here.
no, that's a D8. That's a D6.
Shenzi.
What?
I think I'm going last.
Okay.
Would-
No, I'm not. Shenzi's
Okay,
last,
hold on.
which is also not good.
I'm trying to talk to her. Instead of casting Crown of Madness on Medusa, how about casting Enlarge on Nim?
Sim?
Nim.
Yeah. I'll do it.
Tato is talking to Shenzi, not you.
Oh! Riseroth, thank you for that follow. I do appreciate it. You now have a seat here at the Drowned Winch Tavern. It is right up next to the bar. Feel free to order what you like, but you're probably only going to get milk, water, or a Frank. I suggest none of those, as I can't guarantee the cleanliness of any of it. We do have toilet grog, but you don't want that.
Tato.
What?
Tato.
What?
Do you think we should take the southern entrance? I don't actually know if that's the southern entrance, but whatever. The one most south, me and you.
I'm going to follow up with Nim. And I want the dwarves to try and block off the entrances or any escape route.
Well, then I should take a set of 3 to block off the southern part.
You want to go with them? Talking to the dwarves. My plan is now 3 of you plus Elysian and Zale will attack the southern entrance. Shenzi and Nim will focus on the on the Medusa. Me and 3 other of you nice dwarves will take the northern escape route.
I do have to ask which of the 3 dwarves you want to go which direction. They do have names, after all.
Yes,
Yeah,
you can put your mouse over them to figure out. Oh boy, the kids are home.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
As there is a loud reverberating thud above my head.
All right, Tato scans them all over.
Wow. Getting a good old eyeful, are you?
And they're not exactly wearing armor, so you can see most of it.
All right, Nigel, Thornton, and Reddy, come with me. Pierre, Steve, and
It's-
Michael with a B.
excuse me, it's Steve.
Steve.
There you go.
You gotta say it like we're Daffy Duck.
Steve.
Steve.
With a quick thump to their chest, they agree to head with you.
Nice.
So,
Cooperation. And Nim, what I did earlier, I put a little shield on you to make it so that the gargoyles that decide to attack you will have a much harder time doing it.
all right. So here's some information regarding the map that you can use. There is the pathway southward that can get some of the dwarves and some of the party to that southern entrance of the foundry. If you head out the tracks, the minecart tracks, and take the elevator from the topsoil, you can actually wind up at entry point 1 of the foundry. That's the northern entrance. While other party members stay there in whatever this place is.
Number 6.
Yeah, I'm the dressing mill. There it is. So there are entrances and ways for you to get to those places.
I'm sticking here. Presumably, this is the best spot for me to have the quickest line to the Medusa.
All right. So Nim is staying in the dressing mill. Shinzi, you gonna hang out with him there?
Yes.
Our plan will begin the moment we see the darkness globe that Zale here is going to cast. That's when we rush in and take our positions.
So wait, are any of the dwarves coming with me, or
Yes,
It depends on where you're going.
I'm going to the southern part over here, this entrance.
Going the long way around.
Then,
yeah, going the long way around and blocking this one off.
Do you mind if
Then
I move
yes.
them?
I could go ahead and do that for you while I'm guessing you're taking the northern entrance.
Tato is going to be attacking to the north, but from the middle.
Okay. I'm moving the 3 dwarves that you did not choose over with the Elysian at the southern entrance. The 3 dwarves that you are coming with, I'm going to go ahead and move them up to the northern entrance. Where do you want to be in regards to that area, Tato?
Oh, I thought we were all going to attack from the center here and up.
No, that's a giant platform where the Medusa is. The northern area is where that little number 1 is. Basically, this is going to be a 3-point shock and awe maneuver.
Yeah. Okay. But wait, how do we get up there? To the north?
You take the cart tracks there in the northeast up through exit number 5. And then once you get topside, if you scroll the map up a little bit, you'll see a building that has a big number 1 above it.
Oh, okay. Huh.
That's the elevator. So you can actually take the elevator down and wind up at entrance number 1, and that's where the 3 dwarves are.
Oh, so
But
we're
that's-
in the elevator then, and on the way down, I don't know, one of the dwarves farts.
Or-
'Cause, you know, farting in an elevator.
He doesn't
always
admit
sounds
that
fun.
he did it, though. He just kind of shuffles his feet and looks up at the ceiling.
Whoever has like the most bored face, they're the ones who did it.
Farts in an elevator, staking it up while you're going down. Farts in an elevator. That's kind of showing my age. Anyway, those of you who are able to see into the room, I have released visual on the creatures. So you should be able to actually get a little view of what you're dealing with right now.
I assume the N token is for the nightmare, correct?
Yes. The nightmare is actually a rather large black horse that looks as though it has purple smoke coming off of its hooves.
For the record, I sort of want it. I mean, a gesture's fine and all, but damn, that's a horse. God.
And astride the nightmare is Atia Scorvo, a recently turned Medusa who has taken over the Falling Stone mine from the Ludwakazar dwarves and is forcing some of the captors to actually continue to work in the mine for what reason is unknown. But this is the current setup. Shinzi, Nim, Zale, you guys are in the east, prepared to attack from there. Tato, you are with Nigel, Ready, and Wild. You are prepared to attack from the north. And Elysian, you are with Michael, Pierre, and Steve, prepared to attack from the south. The stage is set. We are a go.
Next
and
week.
To the top. Unfortunately, we don't have no.
By the way, Tato is going to add in, we give you these fake code names because real names are powerful things and can be cursed upon.
Wait, what?
That's the outward. That's what I'm saying to cover for you guys, so that they don't get offended.
Dwarves only have one god, and that's Grumbar. And the only reason they have Grumbar is because when you hit yourself in the thumb with a forge hammer, it feels really good to blaspheme.
Fair.
All right, then starting off here, Nim, Otar, Bone Chomp, sir, you have the floor and the first strike. None of these creatures know you're coming. They're too busy keeping an eye on their dwarven captives who are working away at the mines. Those large circles over on the west, those are the giant forges that are melting down the iron ore.
So shouldn't we just all wait and drop below the...
I will hold my action to run in and attack until Shenzi enlarges me.
All right.
We begin our plan the moment Zale casts darkness.
All right, so you are holding action. Go ahead and switch.
It's Nim's turn on the combat tractor.
Yeah, I know. FSB, yes, one of the magic characters has the spell Enlarge, which allows a player to go from a medium-sized creature to a large creature.
So
Alright.
imagine you have darkness in you, and then by the time you can see, you got like a humongous wolf biting down on you, and you're
Basically.
surrounded by a bunch of pissed off dwarves, and a crack team of specialists.
Spec Ops dwarves.
Yeah, no, I was talking about us.
Oh no, you're not specialists in the least.
Tato is definitely a specialist.
Really?
Tato is
Really?
very special, not a specialist.
He specializes in crit fail.
His special ability is fumbling so hard it becomes a success. Alright, Tato, it is your turn.
Literally.
I'm going to hold an action when the darkness goes on. We
Alright.
open up the door to this elevator, and I command my troops
Alright,
to
now,
rush in.
Now holding an action, you are able to do that. However, you do need to specify what action you are going to take and the trigger in which it's going to occur. Now, I understand that it's going to happen during the magical darkness being cast.
Mm-hmm.
Nim has already said that he's going to attack once Shinzi hits him with Enlarge. So Tato, I know the trigger is going to be the darkness orb. What action are you going to do once that occurs?
All right, my action. I'll rush in, and I will immediately attack gargoyle number 5 with my blades.
Okay. So you're going to be going after gargoyle number 5 once the darkness hits. Excellent. All right. So the dwarves are going to hold, and they're going to follow your lead. Are you going to tell them to take your target as well, or do you want them to split up and go after others?
I want you 3 to split up and try to cover as many exits as you can, because, you know, Medusa can take smaller crawl spaces too, and not just doorways, because they're dumb snakes.
With a harumph, the dwarves give a salute and prepare themselves for battle. Zale, it is your turn.
Okay, I have a lovely arrow that is attached to a darkness spell and a pot of glue.
All
So we
right.
will attack. Do I get advantage for a surprise attack?
This is considered a sneak attack, so yes, you do get advantage.
Perfection. This is, of course, when I miss miserably, but, you know.
All right, now are you going to aim for the Medusa? Are you going to aim for its mount? What are you doing?
Very specifically aiming for the Medusa, because we don't want the mount to get away. There's a 19 hit.
All right. A 19 does hit the Medusa.
Beautiful. I don't get sneak because I'm too far away, but I will get regular damage. Da-dump. And sneakies. Sneakies. There you are.
Excellent. So the Medusa takes 10 points of damage.
Do note, I did not avert my gaze for that.
Okay, well, she's not looking at you, so you're all good.
Oh, good.
As the arrow pierces her, the glue pot smashes, and the spell goes off. There is a dark area. Does it say what the area is?
15-foot radius.
All right. So everything within 3 squares of the Nightmare and Medusa is now considered blind spot. If you walk into it, you can no longer see properly unless you have an ability that allows otherwise.
Unless you're a warlock, basically.
Exactly. In magical darkness. This is not normal darkness. This is advanced darkness.
Bro, don't look ahead, don't look ahead, don't look ahead, don't look ahead, don't look ahead.
All right. The Medusa screeches, alerting the gargoyles that there are enemies.
Kato yells for the Ludwakazar, because they're cool. They're risen.
From behind you, for the Ludwakazar! And the dwarves also run into the room. One of them immediately goes after the gargoyle. Another is going to head off towards this empty area over on the east.
Hey, Tato.
And Wild Thornton is going to run up with Tato towards the gargoyle.
I would like to take this opportunity to point out that the dwarves were much better in their battle cry than you were, Tato.
I wasn't gonna yell.
I just got to point that out.
Okay, yes, I could have had a better inflection of voice.
All right, so
With my rebuttal, go suck a fart.
Thank you. Thank you for the follow there, Rafa John.
Thank you. We do appreciate. All right, so yeah, go ahead and do your attack.
I probably missed on both.
Yeah, that is a miss on both. However, you do have a dwarf by your... Wait, don't you have a triple attack?
Oh, yes, I do.
I was like, wait a minute.
I just remembered now that you've mentioned it.
I was gonna say.
I'm gonna make it with my offhand, though. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's fine.
I miss. Still miss.
Here we go. All right.
This is how this is gonna start.
The dwarf on your left shoulder is going to go ahead and take swings at the gargoyle as well. the dwarves actually do have the multi-attack ability, so things are going to go very poorly indeed for this poor gargoyle. That is gargoyle number 5.
Oh, I did make a mistake on that. Speaking of, why does Tato have a +1 to his attack?
Mhm.
I still have a penalty. I assume I still hit even with a -1, but I need to remember this.
Yes, keep that in mind.
I have a +1.
It
to
has
my
been a
attack,
little
and my
while.
Strength is 12.
Oh my god!
13.
Okay, so the dwarf hits with his first strike and criticals with his second.
Nice.
He is bolstered by your bravery in combat, and he rushes forward to assist in your attack, playing off of your wild swings, apparently.
Your bravery,
manages to-
not necessarily your finesse.
Exactly. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta be tough. When you get knocked down, you gotta get back up. All right, so for those of you who don't know, I actually do have 2 decks of cards. Originally, they were built for Pathfinder, but I can use them in 5th edition to varying degrees of success. I have a critical hit and a critical fumble deck. Unfortunately, Riseroth, that critical hit was not a party member. It was one of their allies. But you know what? I'm going to allow it. As the hand axe comes down and cleaves into the gargoyle's head, the entire group hears a very loud gong. There we go. All right.
What's the
So,
god's name again?
Grumbar.
Grumbar cheers us on in victory.
Oh God!
I'll assume that was
Grumbar!
like Tato is assuming that was Grumbar. Was that Grumbar?
We'll go ahead and say it was.
Yay!
Okay, so the first slash that was not critical hits for 12 damage. It did take into account the critical. Okay. But we also have slashing. Wing tear, double damage, and the target loses flight if it uses wings.
Oh, nice.
So not only did the dwarf manage to hit the gargoyle, but he managed to also hit it for an additional damage and tear one of its wings right off of its body. So gargoyle number 5 is definitely not feeling it.
Go Wild Thornton with those
I was going
wild
to say,
attacks.
Zell makes a note. Wild Thornton is due for promotion.
All right. Wait.
Nim will sniffle and just be like, look at Shenzi. Our little boys are growing up.
Wait, why didn't it actually show... Wait, why is it saying there's only 8 damage? Do those things have... Hold on. Oh, shit. They do have magical resistances.
What, the
The
gargoyle?
DM has failed
Yes, they
us.
do. Yes, so while that was a critical hit, the wing does get torn off, so gargoyle number 5 can no longer fly. The damage is actually halved.
Yes, because of their physical resistance.
Yes.
Yeah,
24 plus 5, that's 29. But it should
that's
still
something you
receive
gotta
some extra
expect when
damage.
fighting a stone elemental.
29 and a half is 14. Oh, there we go. Okay, so he's been hit. All right, the dwarf over in the corner, Nigel Thornberry. He's going to raise his hand axe, smashing, and he's going to try to hit gargoyle number 3.
You've been looking forward to doing this
Smashing
since I named him that, didn't you?
Shut up, you have no proof.
He's gonna smash the gargoyle for sure. Oh yeah, he's smashing it all right.
He manages to hit the gargoyle with one of the attacks, Dealing max damage since it is halved. That is only 5, but Gargoyle 3 has been hit successfully. Reddy McShernington is heading towards the carrier buckets through that tunnel. And since it was the Darkness Orb that was the trigger, Elysian, you also get some attacks here. What order are you going to give the dwarves around you?
I think we'll all ambush Gargoyle number 4.
Oh God. Okay.
Just pile on and kill him, and if we kill it fast enough, we'll move on to ambushing Gargoyle number 2. So, out of us, who goes first?
Since you were the one who was waiting for the trigger, you do.
Okay. Well, I've got to get out my rapier and do a little bit of damage because I forgot to ask her the Shadow Dagger. And that's Gargoyle number 4.
Yes, it is.
Where is it on the tracker? There it is. Rapier, Gargoyle number 4. 16. Yay.
Wow, a 23 is definitely a hit.
Boop.
Quick question: where did Zale's glue pot come from?
I've got no comment.
If he's not gonna say, I'm not allowed to divulge. All right.
Okay,
so,
when did he get it though?
I've had that for weeks, honestly.
I can tell you it's because of the one thing that everybody got.
What?
Everybody got kind of a strange. Well, I think it was just you who got the weird little magical doodle bob, isn't it?
Everyone received one concession for their character, essentially,
Yes.
one humorous little detail.
Yes, and this is his. This is his.
I worked something out with him in regards to some of Zale's training, essentially. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
And it involves glue.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Among other things, but yes.
Other things which may or may not be revealed in short order.
What are you doing with adhesives? How are you abusing those adhesives?
All right. So with the damage, apparently sneak attack is untyped damage, so it actually goes through completely. So Gargoyle number 4 has taken 13 points of damage. Well done.
Yay!
All right, so Michael, Steve, and Pierre are all going to attack Gargoyle number 4 as well. So let's go with Michael first. A 22 hits. Dealing 2 damage. His second attack.
You know what's funny?
hits.
Because of the adhesives, the Medusa is stuck on the horse.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I've got to say, that was not my intention, but it's also foiling hilarious.
Foiting. And Steve hits with his first attack.
Just the mental image.
Of a snake lady glued to a horse.
At least she won't be crawling out of any tight spaces, so, there's that.
Oh god. Don't make it worse, please.
All right.
I meant that we can block the main exits and keep her here.
Unfortunately, Steve missed with his second attack, but Pierre hit with his first. And with his second attack, also hit. Gargoyle number 4 is bleeding profusely now. After coming under assault by 3 dwarves and a rather angry-looking wolfkin, it is now bleeding profusely. And with that, we go back into the turn order. It was Zale what dropped the smoke, so Elysian got to take his turn. Or got to take his held action there. Shinzi, it is your turn. All right. As you use enlarge on Nim Otar, I'm trying to remember how we. Well, no, that's just spinning you in a circle. No, that's still just spinning you in a circle. There you go. There it is. Well, not quite that big. Oh God!
Yep.
Well, if you're enlarging, you don't have to worry about the save, so I'm going to ignore that. Nim is not going to attempt to resist the spell.
I
if
was
you're-
just trying to make it official.
Oh, that's absolutely fine. I'm just letting you know how the effect is going to work. Nim grows to the size of a awful large dire wolf. Does it give the duration on this, Shinzi?
1 minute.
1 minute. Okay, so you have, I think it's 10 rounds. Yeah,
Yes.
you have 10 rounds to actually hold that shape before it wears off. Since you were waiting for that trigger, you now get to use your held action.
Yay. Now, would I be fine fighting in the darkness here?
You are going to have to use a perception check.
But I'd have
don't-
advantage, so...
Yes.
Okay.
But you'd still be able to sniff them out. The only problem is you don't know if you'd be hitting the Medusa or the Nightmare.
Okay.
If there's fuzz in your mouth, it's the nightmare.
Well, I
And
will
you'll be-
charge in and specifically try and bite from above.
Okay.
Specifically trying to get her head in my mouth, but I'm okay with biting whatever I bite. Holy fuck!
Holy
Why did-
Foido. I mean,
Wait, why did you...
Why did I...
Oh, never mind. I was reading it wrong. Okay, so unfortunately you can't find them properly. So your first attack is going to have to be made at disadvantage.
But my second attack will be just fine, right?
No. That was a good try though. I'll give you kudos points for attempting that, but no. The attacks you until you make that perception. A 16's a hit.
Yay.
And the Medusa takes 12 points of piercing damage.
she doesn't even know what's hitting her either.
She
That's the best thing
screams in
ever.
anger.
She is so scared. She has to be. She has no idea what's going on.
Next to those
You
big
dare
flashing
strike
teeth.
Artia Skull though!
But
Yes.
did you see the size of that rabbit? And it's got those big pointy fangs.
Run away! Yeah.
Okay, can I make my perception check again?
No, it can only happen once per turn.
Okay.
So unfortunately, both of your attacks are at disadvantage. A 12 does not hit, unfortunately.
Aww. Just want to specify, I am keeping my eyes closed.
Well, so long as she can't see you, her gaze doesn't work.
Oh.
Yeah, you can't see her either.
Well, I can't see anything anyway, so... Okay, I'm done.
There is a specification in the gaze attacks where if you're using dark vision in darkness, you can still be affected by it. So I can be, but nobody else in the room can.
Yeah.
I only have low light vision, so...
Well, it
That
doesn't matter.
doesn't
This
work.
is magical darkness anyway.
All right.
I am
so
literally the only person here who can see through this.
After Shinzi, it is Steve. Steve gets to take his regular turn. And he is going to attempt to go after Gargoyle number 4, I believe it is. Yes, Gargoyle number 4. Wait, where'd they go? Where did my dwarves go? Son of a bitch. Ah, God bless America. Okay.
Hang on. I
No.
deal 1 additional D4 points of damage to the Medusa from my 1 attack because of the
Okay.
enlarge.
Yes, yes, yes.
I didn't
Why-
actually read it
Why didn't you roll that on the Medusa?
because that was just a regular D4. I don't have
Okay.
damage for just 1 D4.
Oh, okay. So that's an additional 4 points. All right, that has been added.
I can add it easily to the future, but yeah.
Now,
Anyways.
I have to find gargoyle number 4, and it was Steve. So he's going to swing at gargoyle number 4 for his first attack and miss with an 8. Swing with his next attack. And critical!
Yay!
This
A
is why
gong
we name
sounds
all
once more. Slashing, double damage, and you may automatically grapple the target.
Yay.
Oh, grapple that neck.
So, with that attack, Steve is going to deal double damage. Which is another 7 there. And using the swing's momentum, he is going to pull the gargoyle in front of them and hold it in place with the haft of the hand axe to its neck. Think a sleeper hold using the hand axe's haft. Yeah, that's correct. And dwarves, dwarves are doing work.
Yeah, well,
It's almost like they actually sent their fighters with us instead of the milkmaids.
Exactly. All right, and with that, it is Pierre's turn, who is on gargoyle number 4. He is actually going to get advantage since the creature is grappled.
I wonder if Pierre and Thief have worked together before.
The first strike is a hit.
They sound like a pair to me.
Pierre and Steve.
Yup.
I'm pretty sure they fought side by side before. Because they are dwarven warriors.
I'm
And
fucking
another critical!
Jesus. The dice love us, guys.
No,
Yay!
not quite. It's
Jesus
Razor
Christ.
Off that the dice love. He has blessed us with this.
The gong of crit
Thank you
striking!
for the blessing of our dice.
Oh my god, okay, while I still have it fresh in my head, I am going to create a god tier item right now. The item is now called Grumbar's Gong of Clear Strike.
Oh god.
Grumbar's Gong of Critical Strikes, there it is.
A question about that, if I may.
Yes.
What would the DC be for a sort of hand check to nab that nice little item?
It's not yet a physical item. but
Right,
this,
right. DC.
This combat is going to be what actually brings it into being.
Like the god Grumbar is making it.
Like the actual gonging you hear is Grumbar himself forging the item.
Yeah, right. And once it gets down, probably right in the middle of those floating stone fangs, I'll just want to grab it.
And,
Saying,
and yes, Draxian, Merry Fluffin' Christmas. Merry Fluffin' Critmas, I'm sorry. Alright, so damage coming in to Gargoyle number 4. It takes an additional 6 damage. However, it is also going to be put under a special effect. This creature now has a -4 penalty on attack rolls, skill checks, and ability checks for 2 rounds.
It'll die by then, most likely.
So for the next 2 rounds, it gets a -4 to all of its attack rolls. And with that, Pierre ends his turn. It is the Medusa's turn. She is going to attempt to swing wildly with her snake hair, as well as her short sword, and attempt to hit whatever is trying to bite at her. She does have automatic disadvantage. So the snakes atop her head are going to lash out. And a 13 misses. She swings wildly with her short sword as well. And a 7 misses. You got so lucky. She dropped a 16 and a 19. You have been bitten and stabbed.
I'm just that good.
Yeah, you keep telling
Right.
yourself that.
It was you. Right.
Gargoyle number 1, it is his turn. He's going to come running over this way to assist his friend. And is going to attack Wild Thornton. Now I have to find Wild Thornton on this rather large
Combat tracker.
combat tracker. There
Okay.
he is. Yes?
Any what's it called? Any elemental that attacks Nim will take disadvantage.
Okay. Mrs. Wild Thornton with its bite attack. Now coming in with claws. And misses with the claws. These dwarves are a hardy group, ain't they? All right. Gargoyle number 2 is going to turn.
They're competent, they just needed direction.
Yes. It's going to turn and take off after Michael.
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 Mike.
And misses the first attack. And misses the second attack. Jesus. It would be Kieran's turn, but he is not with us right now. So, Nim, it is back to you.
Oh, goody.
Go ahead, try your perception. Ow! 13 works.
Yay! Now I'm going to, like, totally just destroy her. Totally.
Oh my.
Alright.
She has become distracted. Quick, party time.
No, not party time. I was checking up on Shinzi.
It's time for a German sparkle party.
A 27
I'd be
does
down
hit.
for that.
There is that. And before I continue, I will use my bonus action for this, since I just remembered.
Vicks Vapor Rub. Yes, and the dice love the NPCs, apparently.
And bite again.
No! A 26 hits! Jeez! You're getting awful close to those crits yourself, Nim.
Close only counts in horseshoes and hand grenades.
That's very true.
And neither of
Thanks,
these are
Splash
that.
Weapons.
But... oh, wait, I'm out of spell slots, so yeah, that's it.
Wow, and you didn't even roll with advantage on the second one.
Or the
Wait, you
first.
didn't have... Yeah, nicely done. 19 and 18. All right, the Nightmare is going to attempt to stomp about at the behest of its rider.
My poor pausies.
If you can manage it, try not to hurt the horse. I'd sort of like to make friends with it afterwards.
Oh yeah, N said plus 1d4 from enlarge.
I did add that
Okay,
both times.
so the horse is going to stomp about with disadvantage.
I roll all the
Oh.
d4s.
The ground kind of rumbles around you, but you're not able to feel a horseshoe slam into your head. Tato, it is your turn.
Considering how large I am, I would be really concerned if it did slam into my head.
A nightmare, right now that nightmare is about the same size you are, and it is actively trying to find you and squish you.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's gonna stomp on my head.
Or it's probably rearing back and kicking
Yeah.
about, so
Oh.
it could.
Yeah.
Step on your head, no. Stomp on it, yes.
Imagine if you would a Clydesdale, but bigger, undeadier, and much angrier.
Kato will turn to Wild Thornton and say, "Keep them off me. I need to cast a spell." He'll take a 5-foot step back.
Okay, disengage. Very good.
I'll take now. Does that take my whole movement speed? I forget.
Disengage uses your action.
Yeah, disengage actually
Unless
uses
you're
an
a
action.
rogue,
Oh,
in which you're awesome.
well then I couldn't cast my spell if I did that.
Correct.
I can still cast, but I'll take an attack of opportunity. I think
Yes.
Mhm.
I'll
It's
take the
only-
attack.
It's only a single attack, but it's going to come from both of the guys in front of you.
And you still got temp HP. Go for it.
I'll go for it.
So Gargoyle 5 and Gargoyle 1.
Hey guy, watch me take a hit. And Tato will point at the dark blob or area.
Hold on. The attacks of opportunity go off before your spell.
Mm-hmm.
First one swings. A 22.
It hits.
You
My
feel
AC
claws.
is currently 17.
You feel claws slash across your arm, dealing 4 damage. A 20. And it happens yet again, this time across your chest for 7 damage.
What? That's all you guys got? I barely even felt that.
Oh yeah, you're not doing bad at HP. Very good. Okay, yep. Go ahead and cast your spell. You are
I
at disadvantage to hit.
Pointing at the area of the nightmare, well, because it's an area spell, and I cast silence.
Okay.
Just in
Kato?
case this Medusa happens to be a spellcaster.
I'm going to bite you so hard.
Why?
Yeah, but you're out of spell slots.
No, I'm not. I have one
Not
spell.
you, him. Zim.
Yeah,
No,
you don't
I've
have
got one
spells
more.
anyway.
I got a
Well,
second.
save it. I'm doing this to help you, okay?
If you could drop the link for
Silence?
silence for me.
Yeah, sure.
Want to make sure that I'm doing it correctly.
Wait, where do I drop it?
Just drag and drop into chat.
Oh, wait, you mean like look up the... Okay, hold on.
Yeah, open up your character sheet and then drag and drop the little dragon head into the table chat.
Weird, I'm doing that. It's not going in.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yes?
it's concentration up to 10 minutes, 120 feet, but it's a 20-foot radius sphere centered on
Okay.
the point where I choose.
Okay, so you're dropping it basically in the same spot that Zale through the darkness.
Yes.
Okay, so in that area, no sound can enter and no sound can leave. Those inside cannot make noise.
Yep. No noise. This will be a silent fight for both of you. You lose your eyesight and your hearing.
All right, so is that your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
If I find out who did that, he is going to be bit in half.
I will note that I do not possess this ability.
All right, Gargoyle number 5 is now going to attack Tato again.
Sup, bro? Sup?
What
What you gonna
with the
do,
teeth.
bro?
The teeth miss, and then with the claws miss.
You ain't gonna do nothing, bro, because you suck, bro.
It is now Gargoyle number 4's turn. The poor bastard has to try to break free from friggin' Steve's grasp. Okay, so the Gargoyle is going up against the Dwarf. Alright, so it has a -4 to its skill rolls. So that means this roll is actually a -2. And the Dwarf had a +3 to its strength. Holy crap, the Gargoyle broke free. Amidst the combat, Gargoyle number 4 managed to break free of its captor. God damn it, Tim!
Nim sneezed.
Oh, I get it, but we couldn't hear it because he's in a cone of silence.
Yeah.
All right. It had to use its action to actually break out of that. So it is now Wild Thornton's turn.
Before that starts, when I was taking attacks, how does my concentration last?
If it was a concentration thing that needed to be worried about, then it would have already rolled.
Because he doesn't have it actually added to himself, it does not roll.
Oh.
Because the system doesn't realize he's concentrating on anything. The way it works is you roll a Constitution saving throw, and it is you have to beat either 10 or half the damage you took, whichever is higher.
Yeah.
And that is per attack.
So I have to roll it 4 times?
If you got hit, it's only if you get hit.
Oh, it's only if I get hit. Okay.
Yeah. The plus, even if they would have hit you during the attacks of opportunity, that happened before you cast the spell,
Yes.
so you wouldn't have to worry about concentration rolls on attacks of opportunity then. At least in that instance.
Alright, so I only got attacked once, you said?
You got attacked twice, once by each of the gargoyles, but neither one of them hit you, and they attacked
Okay.
before your spell actually got cast.
Okay. So I don't need to roll concentration for right now.
Correct.
Okay, good. That's all.
All right. If you look closely, there's 4s at the end of those D4s. Yes, there are. Wild Thornton is going to go after Gargoyle number 1, unless you tell him otherwise, Tato. All right.
Now get Gargoyle number 5 off me. He's being a little brat, you know? He just has that face, and I want to see it being turned inward.
Aye! So with his hand axe, he goes after Gargoyle number 5. Hits on the first strike. And misses on the second, unfortunately. It is now Nigel's turn.
Some of the
Nigel is-
times, it's like our swords are hitting them, but it's glancing right off.
Yeah. Well, they're gargoyles. Attack 1. Uh-oh.
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 Who got crit?
A little bit of pot metal into the gong work there.
Nigel just fumbled.
Yup. Oh no, that Finnan mate.
Smashing! He tries to hit the gargoyle with his hand axe, but he fumbles, and instead,
What's the
he
card
drops his
say?
hand axe.
Right,
Funny
yeah.
bone, you drop whatever is in your hand.
That's okay. He's using 2 of them.
It just says hand axe, so they have 1.
Oh, I thought they were using 2. Okay.
Doop.
So unfortunately, Nigel drops his weapon and cannot finish his attack. Reddy McShirtington is going to continue into this hallway and take up station where he was told to.
I do like, by the way, we took the red shirt and told him to go off and stand by himself.
I just realized that is a thing. Oh dear.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Not you! And you're a wolf right now, so that's not even funny.
No, I can't talk in character, so obviously I'm talking out of character.
Well, la-dee, look at you.
Which means I'm a deer.
Well, anyway, Nigel gets bit by the gargoyle for 3 damage. And then missed by its claws. It is now Bamichael's turn. Stop sneezing! Bamichael is going to start taking on Actually, you know what? That would work better. Yeah, go after gargoyle number 4. Jesus! Bamichael is freaking goat! And with a mighty swing of his hand axe, whack! Gargoyle number 4 is laid to rest. With his second attack, he goes after gargoyle number 2. But Michael is going ham on these guys.
Michael is so good. He's such a good boy.
And hits with an 18. Good God, he cannot miss.
You know why he got so big and strong? Because he ate his vegetables, kid.
Because he's Bamichael.
Remember,
Alright.
eat your vegetables.
Or you
Zale,
to
go ahead
fucking
and follow
jail.
that up.
Well, I'll try, but so the thing is, I've got 5 more lovely vials of which I know nothing, so I'm rolling. Ooh, number 1. Ignore that -1.
Okay.
Just to see which one he pulls out from random. And for your information, it is the one labeled bees.
Yay!
So he is going to advance his 35 feet. I reckon he can get to about there. And again, I've got the feeling this is a splash weapon, so he's just going to chuck it into her square, averting eyes. There shouldn't be a concern about the mischance. No?
All right. No, you should be okay.
I'm just going to
so-
use my...
Once again, since she can't see you, all is well.
So I'm going to throw up a +5 modifier for a general attack roll because, again, he's just tossing it into this square.
Because throwing.
That -1. Right there, that -1.
Okay. Where is the freaking card? Great. Did I give you the information for these?
Nope. I've got names and numbers and that's it.
Oh. God bless it. Okay. This might take a minute then. The card I had that had all the information on them for those thingadoos has gone missing on my desk.
I mean, we could always make something up. That'd be fun.
So I am lay searching for it.
I'm voting it's a venom specifically targeted for anything with serpent blood. Instant death. Anything cold-blooded, actually.
While I can appreciate that, and I can appreciate why you're requesting that specifically.
So, while you're looking, a 9 on a splash weapon toss.
Since you're just throwing blindly, you're not really aiming. That's absolutely fine.
Okay. Then
as the vial smashes inside the sphere, you can't actually tell what's happening.
Well, I can.
In fact, you don't even hear it smash.
No, but I see it.
You do see it crack. Yes, that's true. You can see in this. So as you see it crack, the liquid that flows onto the ground begins to form into small yellow and black bubbles, which then grow wings and take flight.
Wait, what? Oh, okay, not to Chef, do not drop this. What you doing?
All right, so inside that circle, or within that splash area, the rest of the party can't see this going on, but the Nightmare and the Medusa are being attacked by bees.
Bees!
Like angry bees.
Sorry, Nim. You might get attacked by angry bees as well.
Shit, no, there is no possible way I could have had anything to do with that. I'm pretty sure that it was the Medusa. Misfired spell or something.
She can't cast spells. She's in a zone of silence.
Nim is going to eat all of you when all of this is done.
It's okay. You can
Except
just
for
heal
Shenzi.
yourself
She
by
is the
even
only one that
fighting
will be
yourself.
safe.
I'm going on a set target there and the bees just criticaled the Medusa.
Can we get a bang? Can we get a gong?
Okay, so I have a question.
Yes.
Does this count as Zale getting a critical for the purposes of removing that penalty?
You know what? I'm going to allow it.
Thank you,
Since-
benevolent GM.
Since it was the result of you doing a thing, the bees go into a frenzy around the Medusa. So since it's literally a vial of bees that just shattered, the gong goes off rapid fire.
Oh god.
For the record, that was the only one I had, so don't worry.
And now let's see how many bees it was. There were 8 bees. Okay. That was the maximum number of bees that could have showed up.
Wait,
So
are the
one-
bees attacking Nim too?
No, this is just the Medusa.
Oh wow. And Nim can't see or hear the bees anyway. But
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this is untyped damage. So, the Medusa takes 17 points of stinging damage.
oh my god! This Medusa, like,
Not
this
to
is gonna
step
be
if,
the
if I get
worst
any
death
more
ever.
of those, I'm gonna wrap them very carefully in some nice cotton. I think I'm not dropping that. No.
Freaking glued to her horse, plunged into darkness. She can't speak properly, got bit by something, and now she's getting stung by bees. When you had a bad day, it's anyone. All right, so that's a thing that happened. Next up is the mount, because it's getting attacked too. Oh, let's see here. All right. The bees, unfortunately, leave the horse alone.
No, it was intended. I want that horse.
However, Nim, does an 11 beat your AC?
No.
The bees leave you alone. This is insane. I love it, but it's insane. This makes me so happy.
Well,
All right, let me.
since those are taken care of. Dwarves to block the exit once the Medusa finally goes out of there, and Elysian goes to attack the gargoyle that foolishly came over here and is going to fucking die.
Foiding.
Foido! Foido.
You can drop the O and just say foiding. It's a
Foiding.
colloquialism.
Okay. It's going to foiting die. A 14 is a miss.
God.
I think you need to take a lesson from the dwarves there, Elysian.
I think I do too. Oh yeah,
Unfortunately,
turn. Don't forget the turn. Yeah, I didn't forget this time. Finally.
unfortunately, Shinzi did have to step off of the table. She is not feeling well currently. I did message her. She needed to step away as she is sick.
She has stated that her actions will be to maintain the enlarge on Nim.
Yes. All right, so that's going to continue on there.
Hey, I
It's
need to
okay.
real quick. I'll be right back.
Shrek
Okay.
will take her place.
It is the mighty Steve's turn. He's going to move forward against Gargoyle number 2. And with 2 attacks. The first one is a miss. Oh god! Stop it! The second is a hit. Stop it! I'm like physically moving back from my screen as that gets bigger and bigger. I don't like this, Sam I am. Why is it upside down now? Stop it! Alright, it is Pierre's turn. He is also going to go after Gargoyle number 2. Stop! That's just creepy! Where's that? Pierre, down 1. There we go. Okay. Make that go. Oh god. That needs to go away, Nim!
What do you want me to do about it?
Shrink it and move it!
Oh.
Out of the combat area and out of my view. Ire. Thank you. All right. It is the Medusa's turn. That needs to go away. Aha! Her snake hair is actually just going to start snapping around. And it's going to start killing the bees. However, short sword with disadvantage on Nim. $13 is a miss. Second swing. Also a miss. How many of the bees have died? 5 of them. There were only 3 bees left. Gargoyle number 1's turn. Which one is Gargoyle number 1? That one. Okay. He's going to finish moving forward. Shrek can get out of here. And is going to go after Wild Thornton. Where the heck is Wild Thornton? Oh, he's way up there. Where's the Gorgwile? There it is. Whoop. So first with... Wait, what one was it? Gargoyle number 1? Yes. Going against Wild Thornton. There it is. First attack was a miss. second attack was also a miss. It is crit miss. For those of you who don't know what crit miss is, it's when criticals fly from the players. And
Not to be confused with crit miss.
Yes.
Quite the
Crit-
opposite. And
crit
has
miss
occurred.
Is something very different. Shrek, get out of here. All right. Gargoyle number 2 is unfortunately going to go after Michael with a B. So, but Michael is about to be attacked. So first with a bite, which is a hit.
Tables back.
But Michael has been struck. And is missed on the second attack. Hero, but he's not here. Nim, it is your turn once more.
Attack!
That perception. Oh god.
Blah, 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 blah.
I
Blah.
need the perception every turn.
Yes, you are still fighting in complete darkness. And you can't tell if your target's moving or not.
Oh
Very
my.
much so. In fact, you will know whether you're attacking the Medusa or the Nightmare. So you get to target.
Oh, I've just been targeting the Medusa.
Shrek, get out!
Oh!
Womp, 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 womp. And Moonfangs is a magical attack, correct?
Yes.
Oh, I don't
Wait,
know.
why is
how
Shrek everywhere?
Because Nim either keeps adding them or moving them.
Shrek! Stop!
Alright,
Rumbar is doing this.
magic attack. Acidic backsplash. You bite down so hard with your teeth that you actually only injure yourself. And you wind up dealing 5 points of acid damage to yourself.
Ow.
No, it's like he attacked, but, you know, his heartburn, it came up. Now he's got, like, stomach
There!
ache all over or something. I don't know.
Oh yeah, you get a second attack, don't you? That is a hit. For 17 damage to the Medusa. Definitely feeling it. She's right proper pissed off right now.
You know what? Fag it.
Less than pissed. You gotta be horrified.
Fag it. Fug it. Fug it.
I beg your pardon?
Fug it.
Foido.
Void it. Void it.
Foid it.
Void it.
Give me one moment. Okay. I'm also going to do a bit of this.
What that was. Oh, Divine Smite. Good God, y'all.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you get to do that?
I can choose to add it onto any attack.
Oh, okay.
It does consume a spell slot, but
Since you
So-
can't cast spells right now anyway.
Yeah.
it doesn't
Well
require. It's literally just a. It's there. I bite them and I can choose. Boom! You're gonna get extra damage. Is it a fiend or undead?
Let me check for you.
Please say yes.
It is a medium monstrosity,
Oh,
so no.
no extra damage.
You just got 19 extra damage! Shush!
I'd get another D8 if it were undead or a fiend.
No.
Yes!
Whoops.
No!
Still did one of the Shreks.
Those aren't
Good.
Shreks, they're bees.
Until you replace that icon
There.
with an icon of bees, they're Shreks.
Well, fine. I am using what is readily available in the environment around me to represent the bees.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Well, note, if Nim's portrait is accidentally deleted in place of a Shrek, none of us will mourn him.
Nope.
Stop it with a Shrek! All right. I am going to find you. I will walk to your house. And when I get to your house, I'm going to take off my socks that I had been wearing the entire walk. And I'm going to shove them into your mouth. I'm going to wrap a pillowcase around your head and zip tie it closed. My revenge is swift and unique. Alright, is that all you're going to do, Nim?
Yeah.
See that little shit there. So, turn clicker, please. You thought I wouldn't see that almost invisible Shrek, but I saw it!
You haven't seen everything else.
That's because I'm zoomed in. I see the little Shrek down in Grumbar's Shrine. I see them! Don't think I don't!
Oh god, there's a lot of that. Oh god.
They're multiplying!
Tato, it's your
Action.
turn!
The word is breeding.
Tato, go! I'm gonna try to get rid of these.
Alright. Tato yells for Ready to regroup with us.
Why?
What? What do you mean, why?
Just saw all the ogres.
Oh, you're talking about Shrek still.
Yes.
For the record, I'm not the one making them big.
Who's doing it? Tato, go ahead and take your turn, buddy. I'm listening. I'm just kind of on ogre patrol right now. Tato?
Yeah. Do you need me to repeat?
Yes.
Alright, Tato yells for Ready McShirtington to regroup with us. Or, actually, no. First to help Nigel, and then to regroup with us. And
Okay.
Tato will attack Gargoyle number 5.
From the corner where he ran into the hallway, you hear an "Aye!" Alright, go ahead with your attack. If you are indeed attacking.
I am, just gotta get to my actions page.
Oh my god. This madness
Whoops.
needs to stop.
That's not the one I wanted to attack.
This nonsense needs to end. Now I'm hunting for like hidden Shreks. I don't like
Ignore
this game.
the roll on Gargoyle 3.
Okay.
That was an accident. I meant to roll Gargoyle 5. So you got a 19, a crit, and a miss.
Yes. So the 19 is going to hit. And with a
Wait,
loud
why is that a longbow? God. I hit the wrong action. What is wrong with me?
Obviously,
That's
you
a
keep
very
hitting the wrong
open
action.
Is-
question.
A ton that is wrong with you. But we still love you.
Try that
Wait, we
again.
do?
12.
Well, you still got a
we
crit with
do.
your short sword.
Okay, cool.
All right. Now the short sword is a what? A piercing. or
Piercing.
slash? Piercing. All right, clean through. Normal damage. an additional 1d6 bleeding.
Oh, nice. So I'm gonna cleave through this guy's torso and like yank my blade out its side.
Yes.
Big hit.
Now it's not gonna. Whoa, wait. Yeah, roll your short sword damage. It should give you the crit, and then roll another d6 on top of it.
Okay.
If it doesn't, okay. Go ahead, roll 2d6s. It didn't give you the crit roll. All right, so a total of 14, and that was to gargoyle number 5.
Yes.
All right, so gargoyle number 5 is going to take 7 points of damage, and it is now bleeding.
I pierce through your paper-thin hide.
That's 1d6 ongoing. Ongyong.
Onguang.
Ongguang.
Ah!
All right. So what the hell?
On.
Oops. That's him. No, put Nim back. There we go.
All right. Gargoyle number 5 takes another 6 points from bleeding damage. And is going to attack Tato.
I wonder why.
Rawr!
There is a way that you can set it up so it'll just automatically do it.
That's okay.
Okay.
19 hits. And a 17 hits. Tato is going to take a total of 9 points of damage. Om nom nom chom 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 slash 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 roar.
Ah, it wants a hug. I've had tickle fights more painful than that.
Wild Thornton is going to change tactic. Instead of going after
Sorry.
gargoyle number 1, it is going to help you with gargoyle number 5. And miss with his first swing. Hit with his second. Dealing an additional 3 damage. Nigel Thornberry, what did you want him to do? Oh, wait, no, Nigel is going after gargoyle number 3. That's right. Where's number 3? Gotta find it on the tracker. Wait, where? Oh, there it is. It's right beneath it. Bang. Hit with the first attack. Missed with the second. And gargoyle number 3 for 3 points of damage. And what did you want Ready to do?
Kill
I wanted Ready
everything.
I wanted Ready to help Nigel and then regroup with the rest of us.
Okay. Ready's going to move out of the hallway up to gargoyle number 3. And assist with the attack there. A hit on the first swing. A hit on the second swing.
You could say that earlier was an ogre.
You proud of yourself?
Yes.
I'm not.
That was good. That was good. But
Gargoyle
now
number 3.
now there's a thing that must happen.
And gargoyle number 3 freaking crit miss on Nigel.
What
There's
must
a-
happen?
It takes a -4 penalty to its attack next round.
That's
I'll
a bit
felt
bigger
that.
than I want. One moment. It got messed
Will
up.
you stop it with the ogres?
What are you talking about? I haven't done anything in a while.
I can see them up by the freaking stables, Nim.
There, Tato. Check the stream. Check the stream. It's there. They're just on the cart that is him. They're representing him. Because
Wait, what
they
do you
are
mean?
him.
Oh, I see it now.
But Michael is going to attack Gargoyle number 2.
Kiara's about to get some ogre time
By the way, Tato,
in the ogre.
Holy crap! But Michael just crit again!
Michael! My God!
No,
And
his
we hear
god,
the gong.
actually.
by the way,
It's
Tato,
his god doing this.
Yes.
you didn't change your icon.
Oh.
Naughty.
Very naughty. We should punish him
Alright,
long
so,
time.
But Michael's critical is bewildering display. Double damage. The target takes a -2 penalty to AC
But Michael gets bewildering.
for 4 rounds.
What for 4 rounds? I was stuck on the name, on calling it bewildering. But his name is Michael. He gets the B-worded attacks.
So that's an additional 4 damage there. And it is under an effect. -2 to AC. For 4 rounds. Wow. But Michael gave him the wet work. Right, Zale, it is your turn. On your turn, your 3 remaining bees are going to continue buzzing about the darkened area. So against the Medusa, did they just hit the Medusa again? They just hit the
It
Medusa again.
is a well-known fact that mosquitoes will go after those with delicate skin.
These are bees.
I know, I was going to say, maybe these bees have similar inclinations.
It's possible. They're
Or it's
magical
the
bees.
snakes. Take your pick.
The Medusa takes another 10 points of damage. And, holy crap. Could this work? Oh my god.
Hmm.
Yes, what can I
bees
do?
The bees just coup de grace the Medusa.
I'll still call that. That was more chaotic, that.
After the friggin' second attack, the Medusa was down to 5 hit points, which is where I usually allow for a d20 to see if you can coup de grace them. The bees rolled a 19 on the coup de grace roll. Oh my god.
I need to get me some more of those. Definitely.
I give up. We're done here. We're done here. Stream over. Stream over. I'm done.
So let's see.
Game over. You win. You win in everything. Campaign over. Bees are victorious.
So we used a sheep to defeat a Hydra, and now we've used bees to defeat a Medusa.
If I had room to head desk, I would.
I don't remember how
This
we
is so stupid. Oh my god.
The bees.
Bees.
Zale, by the way, will out loud is. Did you see that? Did you all just see that? That was fighting awesome.
No, we didn't see it. We're still fighting.
Oh, no, right, that's right. Let's see if I'll concentrate like that. He'll end the darkness spell.
Dead.
Oh my god, they're bees!
Ugh.
And with the darkness spell ended, he can now summon his shadow dagger.
Oh my god.
Rika, when
I-
you've recovered, I will be
You
attacking
know the,
gargoyle
you know
number
the
2.
best, you know the best part of this?
He's finishing off the Medusa.
She's still fucking glued to her horse.
Oh
So, Zale's the one who summoned the bees.
There,
right?
there you go,
Yeah.
guys.
She's just dangling like a limp noodle off the side of this horse.
no! Oh, it gets
I
Holy
know we
crap!
call-
Merry Christmas, everybody!
Oh my god, the crits and fumbles are
I-
just in
I
today.
vote we call Zale Dr. Bees for the rest of the campaign.
Oh my
I
god!
don't really think I've earned it.
I don't know. I'd rather call him Oprah.
That too. That could be.
I pulled up the Oprah Bees gif. Cause awesome.
That is so stupid. Alright, and the critical, magic critical, combustion, double damage. If it was a fire spell, target catches fire, taking 2d6 fire damage per round until extinguished. Good god!
Yes,
So,
what can I do for you?
Not you! So that's another 18 damage to gargoyle number 2. And that's just enough to finish the fucker off.
The Foider.
The foider. I beg your pardon, shit.
Good news, everyone. I can reduce the size of my combat tracker and reveal my dice row again.
Oh my god. This is...
Yes, what can I do for you?
If you were
At
being
this-
so
at this
kind,
point, I'm
don't,
just-
don't kill the horse. I want that horse.
With a mad crashing of gongs, the Medusa falls limp on her horse, which he's still glued to. And a magic dagger flies from Zale's hand right between the shoulder blades of a gargoyle, killing it instantly. This is the stupidest foiting thing.
We completely overpowered this Medusa. She couldn't do anything.
Nim is
She was stuck in a friggin' ball of darkness with bees and an angry
Blue.
wolfkin.
Yeah, we came in with a proper plan.
not a kid, just a wolf.
The bees were not part of that plan originally.
Yeah, and neither was the Zone of Silence, but you know, it was just something that I
She's
thought that
just
would be a good
silently
idea.
screaming as the bees kill her.
Yeah, no,
That's
this Medusa got one of the most brutal deaths.
that is a hell of a
In
way
fact-
to go. You
in
guys
fact-
can't do crap against normal enemies. But as soon as it's boss, you guys go god mode and friggin'. There's got to be like a dozen crits in this combat alone. That's freaking insane.
Hey guys, you can all fight normally now, not that it matters. We don't have to worry about getting turned to stone at all.
Well, how many didn't normally, because, darkness. But, yeah. That's fine.
Actually, wait, you might still be able to get turned to stone even if she's dead. So,
No, it's a gaze attack. With her eyes covered by those cartoon X's, they're not going to do anything.
Well,
She has
I mean,
to actively look at him.
Don't
Per
dismember the
the
body, please.
per
I
the
want to study it a
original lore, if you chop off her head, you can use
Yes,
her
yes,
gaze one
carry it
more
around
time.
and use it as a weapon.
Yeah.
Once more, so if somebody wants to test it, by all means, I'll watch from a distance.
I'm gonna be looking at the
Yeah.
nightmare very hungrily.
No,
Licking
no,
my
nice
chops.
Bossy, no.
No, do not eat that.
Volk
I
Wolf.
would like to make friends
Yeah.
with that animal.
Yeah,
Person,
it does happen quite
Animal
often,
American.
Volk Wolf.
Hey, at least it's not as bad as the party nearly wiping from a ring.
Well, Volk Wolf
Yeah.
said people in his campaign almost got beaten by a magic broom. So there's that.
There's a difference between a magic broom and just an ordinary signet ring that nearly killed the party.
not my fault.
All right, Elysian, it is your turn, dude.
Let's see, what the hell is left to actually kill?
the Nightmare, and there's 3 gargoyles on the opposite side of the room.
How far away are the gargoyles?
And Shrek.
Oh God!
Enough of Shrek.
If you have a bow or something, they are within range of a bow.
Hey, hold on.
I don't
I'm
have
gonna
any
DM
arrows
something.
because we haven't been able to go to shop to buy more arrows.
What is your move speed?
My mood seed
Oh wait.
is 30.
All right, so that means you can move 6 squares.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh my God! Stop it with the Shrek tokens.
Okay, that's all I can do then, unless I'm allowed to charge.
You can take a double move, but that takes up your attack action as well. But
I'll do the double move.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that'll actually put you right up behind gargoyle number 5, and
Yeah.
that will give you and Tato flanking on gargoyle number 5.
Good.
Unfortunately, that does take away your standard action, so yes, it does go. It is Shinzi's turn. She's going to maintain enlarge on Nim. It is Fative's turn. I need to find. There it is. Dwarven Allies card. What is their move speed? Their moves. Oh, 30 feet. So Fative, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Fative is gonna go after the Nightmare. Basically, anything to do with the Medusa is an enemy right now.
No, leave it.
So Fative is currently in a killing rage.
Yeah, man. Dude didn't even get a chance to hit the Medusa. All of these dwarves sacrificed their shot at vengeance.
Yeah, but it's a majestic animal. Just look at that.
No, it's
fingers.
not.
It is a wonderful creature.
Well, that majestic animal almost just got crit on.
No, bad dwarf, bad.
Hold on, is that like a regular horse, or is that
That's
No,
a nightmare.
like?
A Nightmare is a
Hold on, I need to look.
A
No, I
fiend,
can't look.
actually, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
Like, I'm the monster slayer. I should be able to roll about this.
Yes, you
And-
should. They
and
are
the
intelligent
dwarf-
Say your
animals.
name and power.
Wait,
I'll
what is
roll
that?
With my griddle of justice, I bash the enemy in the head, or
No!
I burn them like so.
Crap, I don't know anything about it.
Hi, I am Pencil.
What the shoot is going on?
And I am son of Pencilhead.
We erase crime.
Two generations
Stop.
of.
Right.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, I stopped it.
Okay, thank you.
What was that?
Zim was playing something in his mic until he unmutes himself or takes away my staff in the server. He can't do anything about it.
Was he playing Smash Mouth?
He was playing Smash Mouth.
My God.
God damn it, Zim.
All right, so Steve, in his anger, has dealt 18.
I told him to do that.
damage. I hate you. Steve has dealt 18 points of damage to the Nightmare. And Tato, you have no idea what the heck a Nightmare is. You just see it as a giant black horse.
It's a
Physically, it is larger in stature, but around the same shape as a Clydesdale, but it is jet black, and there's usually smoke coming from its hooves.
Yeah, right. It's a wonderful animal. No. I would also not recommend eating it for various reasons, which should be quite obvious.
Let's just kill
Um,
everything down here.
It
other
is
than-
it is considered a large fiend, and it is also listed as neutral evil.
Right, no, we can look around that. I mean,
Why would you tell us that? We don't. That's not information we should
okay,
know.
so it's in this
too
current
bad.
economy,
Roll
you
on.
really cannot afford to discriminate based on alignment.
It is Pierre's turn. He's going to join Steve.
no, Pierre, I named you. Don't. This is you're betraying me here. Oh,
Will
this
you
hurts.
stop?
No,
We're killing this thing.
I want it.
It's a piece of shit. We're gonna kill it, and I'm gonna kick you in the nuts if you keep complaining.
For King Eon and the Ludwig Kazar!
Is what we would hear if he went in his own silence.
Well, he yelled it as he went running.
Fine.
And a
Give
19
Pierre his
hits on the
glory.
first swing,
Fine.
and an 18 on the second swing.
Can I end concentration on a spell at any point in time?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a free action to do so.
So even not on
But
my turn, I can do
it-
that.
No, it has to be on your turn.
Okay. That's why I asked at any point in time.
Yeah. And while it wasn't critical hits, this is 4 attacks this nightmare has taken from 2 very angry dwarves. It has taken a total of, well, I can't tell you how much damage it's taken, but it's taken 4 attacks from 2 dwarves. It's not happy. The horse is not happy. It is Gargoyle number 1's turn. Gargoyle number 1 is going to go after Wild Thornton. I'm surprised there are still people dealing with gargoyles. And misses on the first attack.
Well, that's because they have all that damage resistance.
Yeah, that's true.
These guys are basically her shock troops anyway.
But hits on the second attack. So it manages to actually hit with its claws on one of the Ludwakazar dwarves. And Wild Thornton takes a whopping 6 damage. Next up,
I want to mention something.
What?
Fiends as well do not. They will take what's it called? A disadvantage against Nim.
Okay. It is Nim's turn.
I am going to bite the nightmare.
Okay.
Specifically, eat it.
This is a fiend, by the way.
I'm out of spell slots.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were saying it's a fiend, so it will taste nasty. But yeah, that.
I will specify non-lethal damage.
Okay. Very good.
Still biting it.
Crit. That's what I did.
Well, you know how taming works, at least in the world of Ark. You have to knock them unconscious and then stuff them full of food. And
Well,
suddenly
you hit
they're
the
happy with you.
horse.
Oh, and one more, because
Wait, why did you have advantage?
ally. Pack
Right.
tactics.
And why did Shrek roll a d4?
That was me, rolling because I forgot to add the extra d4 from my size.
But why did it come from Shrek?
Because he was getting lonely.
He wanted to participate
He's got Kiara
too.
to keep him company.
Rafajon would like to know how the nightmare tastes, and I'm rather curious too.
It's a fiend. It tastes like ash
And
Tar.
and farts
and
and dead.
and
Not good. Not good. Dead. By the way, bad
Yeah,
dead.
not good dead. Bad
It's like-
dead.
It's like sinking your teeth into charcoal.
Like imagine you just took a giant bite out of a road-killed possum that was found in the back of a paper mill in the backwoods of Florida in the middle of June, but then you set it on fire.
isn't
That's what it tastes like.
that escargot?
No, escargot is snails. That is literally
Escargot
nothing like that.
is
Which
a
one was the
testament to all
roadkill?
French people's ability to put anything in their mouths.
Well, to be fair,
There is no fairness. I am being an ass.
well, I know.
Apparently, there is an entire thing called roadkill cuisine.
Yes. If it's fresh kill only, and the body is not too mangled, it can be collected and eaten.
Roadkill in Montana, approved for salvaging, cooking, donating.
Yep, they do that in Florida too.
Apparently, it is called freegans.
Yes. Yes. Honestly, I had some really good boar meat that came about because of a roadkill. Although I did not know that a 300-pound boar could deal that much damage to a Toyota Tacoma.
You do now.
Zale here found out exactly how much damage a deer could do.
Elk.
Elk, yeah.
Which, for the record, is it knocks out the AC and cracks your windshield.
Oh, fun.
The AC I never use anyway, so...
Well,
And it bent your hood, and when he says cracks the
cosmetics.
windshield, it was...
It only almost hit my brother. I was fine.
Well, yeah, it's okay. It was okay if it was him.
if you're curious about what a boar does to a pickup, it apparently dents the front frame so bad it bends the front axle and cracks the engine block. That was impressive. And it still left a good, 160 pounds of usable meat? It was crazy. Alright, it actually is the Nightmare's turn. He can see Nim now. Unfortunately, he takes a disadvantage against the attack, so it's no different than being in the darkness. And
Yeah,
he falls. God,
that's from the little protection bubble I gave him.
Oh, this poor horse. Overextended. You provoke an attack of opportunity from all adjacent opponents.
Die.
Nim?
Fortunately, there's no unconscious state for fiends.
Happily. There is an unconscious state for everything.
Depends on the lore, I suppose.
Non-lethal, again.
Yep, go ahead, roll your basic melee attack. That's a hit.
Right. Basic. All those fucking ones! Foiden ones.
What happened?
He rolled 4 1s on D4s. That's great.
Nice.
Blach.
All right. That means that Pierre and Steve also get attacks. Steve is going to go first. Wait, what is that? Nope, that's not the right one. Over here. Yep, there it is. Up there. Okay. And as a basic attack, they only get 1 swing with their hand axes. Steve missed! Holy crap, Steve missed. Now Pierre takes a swing. Well, I can't tell what the hell just happened. Well, it looks like Pierre actually hit.
Tried to match the dice to the skin color as much as I could.
Pierre chops the horse clear in the neck with his hand axe with enough force to sever something vital.
Now, to clarify, is it dead or just down?
The nightmare begins to whinny in pain. Its whinny turns into a gurgle as black vitriol pours from the open wound. As it slumps forward and to the right, its body crushes the upper torso of Atias Corvo.
If I were to take my heroic action, could I attempt to keep it alive with a potion of healing?
No, this is a fiend. A potion of healing would actually act as a poison.
Right. Oh well, I'll try it.
No,
All right.
you can't have the evil horse.
But it was just so beautiful. I couldn't resist trying, you know.
Not a World of Warcraft mount, okay?
I don't
Alright.
know what this World of Warcraft you speak of is, but it was just one damned nice horse.
Yeah, well,
Tato?
now he's a damn nice dead horse.
Tato, it is your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna end the zone of silence.
Okay.
Probably should have been ended way earlier since I got attacked and never rolled about it.
Well,
And I will take my attacks on Gargoyle number 5.
An 11 is a miss. A 22 is a hit. A 12 is a miss.
Why my numbers gotta be so low? And I mean my modifiers.
I don't know. I have a +6 for everything.
Yeah, I need to look into that.
I would. I did make that comment earlier.
Yeah, you may want to.
Like maybe you're not getting your attribute bonus for some reason, or not your proficiency bonus, I would guess. Yeah, I'd say you're not getting your proficiency for some reason. Check and make sure you've clicked the proficiency star.
Oh shit!
So you've been fighting with weapons you don't know how to use this entire time.
Well, that explains it.
So,
Oh my God.
when you forgot all of your training and how to fight with a weapon, what did your grandmom say?
It's not that he's a terrible shot, it's that he's an idiot. Oh, God bless you. I love you, Tato. Oh.
I don't know.
As we say in the South, bless your pea-picking heart.
I like peas.
It's not a good thing. He's just got
Okay,
a touch.
so I'm gonna re-roll these. Is that okay?
Sure, I'll go ahead and allow that.
You could also just add 3 to the results, but same thing.
Math hurts my head. That's 3 misses.
That's fine. It was
Well,
the
that was
principle
some
of it.
shouting in the background.
Yeah, that's children who are
They
supposed
killing
to be
each
doing their
other?
chores but are not.
Well, you could always hope that they just off each other, you know? Go all Game of Thrones on this.
I wish.
Okay. Nim will be able to hear now.
Yes, Nim can finally hear. Alright, Gargoyle number 5, who is currently between Elysian and Tato, is going to continue his assault on Tato.
Of course he is. I've been taunting him.
A 16 hits.
No, it doesn't. Ditto has both swords out, so he gets a +1 on AC. AC is 17.
Okay, but an 18 hits.
Oh, I thought you said 16.
Oh no, they get 2 attacks. Teeth and claws. Miss with the
Okay.
teeth, hit with the claws. A 16 and an 18.
Oh, okay.
You get hit for 8 damage. Gargoyle 4 is dead. Wild Thornton, it is his turn. He is going to continue after Gargoyle number 5. Hassan Chop. Misses. Hassan Chop. Misses. Yeah. Kinda, sorta. Hello?
Hello.
I thought I heard knocking at my door.
Greetings and salutations, Madame Mistress.
Hi. Alright, Nigel is going to go after number 3. A chippity choppy. And criticals!
Yay! Another gong.
Those budget sound effects.
I could just go gong noise. So be glad I'm not doing that.
That might be preferable.
No, I like the
So
visceral attempt personally.
so the critical is missing ear, normal damage, and 1 charisma drain. -4 penalty on perception checks until healed. And second attack goes off. Oh my god, and he rolled a 16 on that one. That's another hit. Nigel has just decided to go absolute ham on Gargoyle number 3. Reddy McShirtington is going to multi-attack Gargoyle number 3 as well. Rolled a fucking 19. Well, that's a hit. No, that's not what I want. I want the hand axe, please. Thank you. He is Gargoyle number 3. And he missed his second attack. Gargoyle number 3 is going to go after Nigel Thornberry. And is probably going to miss him for both. God! Guido! I keep grabbing the tracker instead of the attack. And double miss, of course. Rafa John, good night. He said his Wi-Fi isn't allowing him to watch the stream properly. Well, thank you for joining us anyway. Oh god, here we go. It's Michael's turn.
Oh no. It's not like he's got a whole lot he can do right now, so, you know.
That's true.
I mean, he could go down, head towards the shrine, and do what all good dwarves apparently do.
Well,
I mean, if any of them should be there for the unmasking of the gong, it would probably be him.
but Michael is actually going to double move all the way up. And now gives flanking to Wild Thornton on Gargoyle number 1.
It just occurred to me.
What's that?
These guys have more than double the HP than I do. And I think I've got the most HP in the... No, Tato's got me beaten by 3. And they are more than double what Tato's got.
I
Yes, they
have
are.
made a note that we do not want to make these men our enemies.
Zale, it is your turn.
Which for Zale is a significant note, by the way. Speaking of Zale, right, I'm pretty sure they've got these little gargoyles handled. I'm gonna come up right over here and take a rustle through what Miss Medusa had.
Nim will growl at him.
Well, what do you expect me to do? I'm a ranged combatant and they're blocking every access to a gargoyle. I literally cannot hit anything right now.
He'll growl more. Bearing fangs.
Well, so, right, you want me to sit here arguing with you instead of trying to see what this lady's got up her sleeves?
Yes.
Fine, I'll sit right here and I will growl right back at you. Rawr, rawr. Actually, I'm going to roll an intimidation check for that, just to be funny, because...
You're going to
3
roll a
is-
disadvantage.
You go.
You really need disadvantage.
Make him meow.
Hey, I'll roll a second one. I'll roll a second one.
Are you going to use your heroic action for that?
No.
No, it was with disadvantage. So, Zale, while Nim is growling at him in his dire wolf form, Zale just kind of goes, rawr, 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 rawr. Like, not even trying. It's like, yeah, rawr to you too.
That's my turn. Go ahead, Elysian.
Yes. It is your turn to choppity chop gargoyle number 5. You do have advantage, so you get to roll 2d6s. You know what? A 26 is gonna hit. Yeah, whacked him with the sword. And sneak attack damage for another 9. Well done! This gargoyle, ooh, he's hurting. He's hurting bad. Alright, Shinzi is going to maintain the enlarge. It is Fative's turn! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And Fative has flanking on gargoyle number 1 thanks to Tato. So Fative actually gets advantage on these rolls. Where are you, gargoyle number 1? Where are you, gargoyle number 1? There he is. And an 18's a hit. Second attack. Wow, a 3 and a 4, huh? Okay. He only gets 1 attack on him. But after Steve, it is Pierre.
I don't acknowledge that name. Not anymore.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pierre has flanking on Gargoyle 5 thanks to Wild Thornton. This is not going well for them. Advantage. Grab the attack. A 25 is a hit. Almost
isn't.
another crit. A 25 versus the gargoyle? Yes, it is.
No, it isn't.
And why isn't it?
Because I said so.
Well, you know what? You're not the DM of this game. It is a hit. And since I didn't grab advantage on that one, I'm going to roll a second d20. So that's 2 hits. 2 hits for Pierre. God, these dwarves are putting in work, seriously. 8 damage from the first attack. Are you kidding me? Can you at least get the coup de grace? He can't get the coup de grace! Okay, so with only 1 hit point left, Pierre, coup de grace gargoyle number 5, killing it.
Oh yeah, what does he do?
Lopped its head off. Clean off its shoulders. Damnedest thing, really.
So it was missing a wing and then a head. And it's not any point living after that.
Gargoyle number 1 is in a target-rich environment, but he's going to continue going after Wild Thornton. We can find him. Okay, he's way up there. So, first the bite attack. Hits. Then the claw attack. Also hits. Holy crap, Wild Thornton got hit twice. Wait, why did that roll there? I rolled the gargoyle damage on the gargoyle. What the hell?
Crap.
Because Wild Thornton has a thorny hide.
There, apparently. Alright, so there's 1 damage. God, this is tedious, but okay. And back up. Wild Thornton. There. Next one. Hero. Back to the top of the order. Nim, your turn.
Nim is going to pick up Zale in his massive maw and
Are you going to allow this, Zale?
Certainly not.
Well, what do you want for checks?
I do believe that would be a grapple.
It is a grapple, so it's going to be a basic attack versus Zale's AC.
Nope.
Aw. Well, guess what? I got 2 attacks.
But grapple is a standard action.
Yeah, grapple is a standard action. It takes up the entire action.
Yeah.
Fine, I'll put a paw on him and hold him down.
You've already used your
That's
standard
another
action.
grapple action.
Fine, I will continue growling at him. And baring fangs.
I'm pretty sure that would
It
be
was
a...
more kill, it's more loot. You can have the body, I don't care about that, honestly. I mean, if you can get it off of the horse.
Oh, it's Tato's turn. Yay. I'm gonna back Mr. Wild Thornton here. Thornton. And flank with Steve. Actually, you know what? No. I'll do a hold action triggered when Steve attacks. So that we attack at the same exact time. And we finish off this gargoyle.
Let me get back to the thing. All right. So what are you doing where?
I'm holding action triggered on Steve's turn when he attacks Gargoyle 1 to attack with him.
Okay.
So synchronized attack.
Okay. It is Wild Thornton's turn. Being that Gargoyle 1 is the only one left, Wild Thornton is going to go ahead and attack. Where's Gargoyle 1? Way the hell down here. Okay. Roll 1. Is the hit? Roll 2. Oh, that was almost a 15. So he only gets hit once. For 5 damage, which is maximum, considering. Alright, next up. It is Nigel's turn. I see all those ogres.
What ogres?
Up at the stable surrounding Kiero. Poor bastard.
I didn't do that, but they're clearly doing a ogre ceremony and probably sacrificing him to the ogre god.
Nah. Kiara's just participating in the ogre.
Holy crap! Nigel just double maxed damage.
That joke is so funny to me.
They're trying to sacrifice him to the ogre lord. Oh, that gets nothing? Oh, screw you too!
What?
I snorted.
Sacrificing him to the ogre lord. That's fucking hilarious. Screw you guys.
It got more than the ogre did. Out of me, at least.
Alright, let's see here. After Nigel, it is Reddy McShirtington. He is going to go after Gargoyle 3. God! Combat tracker. Shush you. First one is a miss. Second one is a hit. Why did I roll attack again? I rolled damage. Okay. Next is Gargoyle 3. He's going to keep hacking away at Nigel Thornberry. Missed him on the first shot. Hit him on the second shot. For 3 damage. You stop it with the ogres. Oh boy, here comes everybody's favorite devil dwarf, but Michael. But Michael is gonna go after gargoyle number 1.
Quiero. Quiero.
What are you doing in our swamp? But Michael did like next to nothing to gargoyle number 1.
Why are you inside us, Quiero?
Righty. Out of actions into skills, investigation.
Growl!
Apparently the growl worked. Be pleased.
We're underground, guys.
Well,
That's
you
basically
might
all you say. That's what I.
you might be in a mine, you might be in a forest. You're not entirely certain.
Where were we again?
Anything else you gotta do, Zale?
Cry for the loss of a good friend in the making.
Hey, that would have made a gong sound.
Right, Elysian, gargoyle number 1 is the only one left over there. Well, except for the one that Nigel and Reddy are after. And 8 is a miss, unfortunately. I tried to beat it with a 10-foot pole. That usually works. Shenzi's gonna maintain, of course. Of course.
Zale is still arguing with Nim over a kill right, I think.
Alright, it is Fative's turn.
Which triggers the held action.
Yes. Against gargoyle number 1. So, Fative is going to go ahead and swing away twice. With a pair of misses on a pair of 6s. Oh, wait, no. He gets friggin' advantage on that. Hold on. Forgot about that. Yeah, all the attacks are at advantage.
I didn't know why I didn't get advantage on that. Oh, because I have to do it over again. Okay.
His first attack was a
Never
miss
rolled that one.
anyway. Wait.
That's a roll short sword anyway.
Hold on. Why did that not show if it was a hit or a miss? 15 on the gargoyle hit. I don't even know it.
Hey, Merry Christmas.
Critical!
On both. Oh God.
All right, so you got a 19. Oh wow, yeah, that does count. No, that's only green because you had advantage.
Yes.
All right, so what is that red thing for?
No idea. Must have
Why?
been something posted by accident.
It's-
Don't worry about it.
You little. I'm gonna come after you. All right, so go ahead, roll damage for your short sword. All right, that's the critical and the short sword damage, and it's slashing, correct?
Piercing.
Piercing. Deep hurting, double damage, and the target is fatigued. So that goes up to 22. This drops down to 11. So it gets an additional 6 damage to gargoyle number 1.
Wait, double damage in what?
The target is fatigued. Basically, you cut him open, and now he's tired.
Yeah. I twist
Yeah.
my sword into his wound.
Gyar!
The best way to handle these guys is to twist your swords always. Tear them open more.
right. It is Pierre's turn. Where are you, Pierre? Oh, Pierre's gonna 5-foot step into there and attack gargoyle number 1.
This was like the best plan ever. We SWAT teamed this.
Pretty much. Why was that with advantage? Oh well, 17 hits. The second one was a miss. Stop grabbing the combat tracker! That's getting old. Alright. Damage done to gargoyle number 1. He's hurting, he's bleeding, Medusa's dead. This gargoyle number 1's turn. He's going to scratch at Pierre, as he was the one who just recently attacked. 17 is a hit for the teeth. 17's a hit with the claws. And Pierre takes 8 damage.
Good. He deserves it.
Nim, your turn.
I keep forgetting this god's name. Grumbar.
Hey, Zale.
Hmm.
I'm grappling you again.
With the crit,
Really?
is it going to do damage?
No. But he does pick you up.
Okay.
I will. How high off is this? How high up is this ledge to the right?
You mean that thing that has the stairs on it?
Yeah.
Maybe about 3-4 feet high. Why?
Oh. I want somewhere high to put him on.
I remind you that I have a climb speed.
So?
I can get down from wherever you put me.
So?
Just saying.
Would you rather me keep holding you?
And there are certain advantages to that course.
Is there anywhere nice and high that I could put him?
No, not really.
Okay, then I'll just hold him. With a mumbled, stay.
I can't hear you, your mouth is full.
Ah! Look here, you little shit.
Okay, I'm done.
You're just gonna hold him in your mouth. You're not gonna go anywhere.
Okay, fine. I will carry him up here. And then spit him out right next to Gargoyle 1.
Yeah. What?
Ew.
Stay. Fight.
The good news
Fine.
is you do have flanking. Tato, it is your turn. You currently have flanking on gargoyle number 1, who is in a very bad way.
This gargoyle. Man.
To be fair, he's managing to keep up with a lot.
Yeah.
Remember
Tato
to,
just looks at it and says, "Hey, buddy, you want this to stop?"
remember to hit advantage for each of your swings.
Oh, I'm expecting an actual response. You want this to stop?
He can't understand you.
Oh.
I
forgot.
said, do
It
you
doesn't-
speak my language?
Oh.
No, I guess he doesn't want it to stop.
He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich.
Did you say avenge my sandwich?
No, I said a Vegemite sandwich.
I heard Avenge My Sandwich.
Then you guys obviously don't know that song.
No.
First attack is a hit. It's Africa by Toto. Come on now. No, it's not.
Who? What?
What?
Who?
Second strike's a miss. How the heck do you roll a pair of twos?
Yeah.
So
Those
yeah,
count as snake eyes.
unfortunately, no. You did hit with your longsword once, though, so go ahead and roll damage on that. Bat for 3. That's why he's not dying.
Hey, I crit him last turn, okay?
Yeah, well, you didn't crit him this turn, and even on crits, you still only deal half damage.
That's because I don't have a magical weapon.
All right, Wild Thornton.
And I'm not built like a dwarf that can, you know, just rip through stone.
Yeah, these guys do an awful lot of ripping. Eh. Eh. And multi-attack, of course. Eh. Misses on the first swing. Hits on the second swing. Hits him for 5 damage.
I just looked at the amount of Shrek.
Are you two having fun?
Yes.
I'm glad you are.
I don't worry, I took a screenshot and made sure to tag Kiero.
And Reddy McShirtington just crit on Gargoyle number 3.
He was about the only one that hadn't managed it so far. I think they might have all critted by now.
Sure seems like it.
Would you guys just die already?
Oh my god, stop with the grabbing combat tracker!
One of these days our DM will get good. Maybe.
There we go.
Holy crap! A red shirt killed something!
I know, I'm trying to cope with it myself.
Gargoyle number 3 lies dead in the corner. It is Bamichael's turn.
Oh dear.
Yes, what can I do for you?
Watch as Bamichael bewowses us.
As only Bamichael can. That's a hit on the first attack. And that's almost a crit on the second attack. Good God, Bamichael!
Who needs the Guardian statues? We've got the dwarf team.
We've got Bamichael! Alright, Zale, it's your turn.
Where's what Zale will be using? Rolling the attack for it now.
Oh God.
I think you can guess whose face it's going into. The big one. The big one.
So with an angry
Zale is closing his eyes, by the way.
with an angry smirk on his face, he clenches his eyes closed and throws a vial on the ground right in front of Nim. As it splashes open, a bright white light flashes in front of Nim's eyes, blinding him for a round. There's also a rather deafening crack as it goes off.
And that
Hang
gives him
on.
tinnitus.
Hang on.
I don't know
Would
why
I
you're
s-
rolling that.
Because I can still sniff him, and I did say I was actively blocking him.
You can still smell him, sure, but you just got flash banged in the face.
It's disorienting as well. I would say minimum a concentration check.
Up to the DM. Not to mention,
What's
you
the
do have an
difference?
attack of opportunity there.
So, flashbang.
He would rather flashbang you than attack the gargoyle.
What the hell are you guys doing? Why are you doing it? Why is this the thing you're doing?
Are you at
However-
all surprised these personalities have finally struck sparks?
Wait, where'd you go? Where'd you go, Zale?
Right back where I want to be.
Oh. He's just like, nope. Yeah, Gargoyle 1 is going to get an attack of opportunity, but he was in the blast radius of the flashbang. So this is going to be with disadvantage. This is so stupid.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Alright, it's going to try to scratch you as you run by.
Actually, he can't. Sorry. Disengage is a bonus action.
And miss horribly.
Doesn't matter. Disengaging is a bonus action.
Wouldn't have mattered. You're not
Which-
going to be damaged, Nem. You're just deafened and blinded for a round.
I know, but I'm still actively trying to block him.
And I disengaged. It
Yeah.
prevents you from blocking me.
Yeah, disengage is just he's able to move.
I
away.
will sit on him!
Well, you gotta get to him first. And Elysian
I
hits
assume-
with his rapier.
That I am unable to investigate the body this round.
And with a deft stroke of the rapier from Elysian, Gargoyle number 1 perishes. Well done.
Okay, now that it's my turn, I'm gonna go loot the body.
Yeah, Zale's already there.
Yeah, but
Oh,
it's my turn
There's
next.
something I forgot to mention about the Medusa. Guys, just whatever you do, don't touch her hair. Don't
Him
touch
isn't
Oh, I
actually
haven't touched
interested in
anything
anything. He doesn't
Yeah.
really care. He was just keeping Zale from it a bit longer.
Alright, let me see what exactly happens here. If there is anything on the friggin' what's her nuts.
Queen Atia, I believe was her
Yes,
name.
Altia Scorvo. Let's see. You already got the treasure. Oh no, you actually managed to. The only thing that Audia had on her at the time was the key to the chest in the overseer's office. You guys already popped and looted.
Okay, that's fine.
With mighty shouts of congratulations, the dwarves begin to crowd around each other. Back pats are given. Congratulations shared.
Somebody
And,
did something to the Shreks.
I'm not gonna look.
You don't want to look.
The dwarves ask that the party bring them, the party return with them to the Ludwigkazar camp
Yeah.
to inform them of the success of the mission.
She
You
looked.
won't fit in the elevator.
Shinzi's gonna go ahead and release the enlarge spell,
Aww.
so Nim goes back to normal size.
I don't know how to make him smaller. I forget.
A lot better now.
What?
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 What's a lot better now?
What?
Correct.
Oh. All right. All right, as you return, well, I could go ahead and get rid of the map because it's storyline now. All right.
We
and
still have it up.
Yes,
And
but
we
he
still
doesn't
see
have
all the Shreks.
to. But
delete from
Rika
tracker.
doesn't have to.
Delete all the foes. And then I had to go in and delete the dwarves just manually.
No! We're keeping the dwarves.
They're not going with you.
I will pay them.
They're not going with you. They're Ludwigkazar. They're staying with their clan.
I am hiring them.
They're not for
not
hire.
real.
But there are babies. You're gonna
my
make
God.
Shenzi cry.
As you return to camp, Lerjona explains that upon his demise, it was found that there was actually some information that Eorn had left behind with a request for the party.
Of course.
I mean, why
Yeah,
wouldn't
we're
he
not
leave
actually
stuff
done
before?
here yet because we promised to do 2 things. 1 was to kill the Medusa. 2 was to awaken the Guardians.
Well,
Actually, the
Medusa's-
Guardians were this will help you kill the Medusa. If
Yeah.
you can do it.
I thought it was something we also agreed to do.
Well, you agreed to try, but none of you were druids, so you couldn't do it.
Okay.
I mean, I did waste that expensive scroll, but, we tried.
All right. Information, storyline. 10 years ago, Eorn and his brother Boone found an ancient sword in a mountain stream. They argued constantly over who would wield it, a feud that eventually led to Boone's exile. The sword radiates magic, but Eorn has never understood the nature of the enchantment. The king regrets forsaking his brother and asks the characters deliver to Boone the sword as a final act of clemency. It was listed that as additional payment, that Eorn's own belt of dwarven kind is also given to the party. All right, so who is going to hang on to the sword?
Well, the ranger guys typically more
Yeah,
accustomed
I'll-
to them than I am.
Yeah, sure.
Before- As she
oh,
goes, as Lejorna goes to, or Lerjona, God, these names are hard, goes to
They're
hand over
dwarves.
the sword, another dwarf steps forward and places a hand on her shoulder, informing her that the sword is not for him. Something else has awakened and called for the ranger.
Wait, what?
This is an item that was purchased by a donator.
Uh-huh.
What? What?
And
Wait,
the
nice
donation,
person.
Nim, this, I had spoken to Digi, and this is what Digi wanted it to be.
Digi! Thank you, Digi.
Okay.
So
And that goes for-
Yeah, it's the big one. It's the big one.
Okay.
The dwarf steps forward, holding a long spear, and holds it out for Tato.
Spear.
Yes.
What do you want to bet it has ghost touch? The sign.
The name of the weapon is the Long Spear of Relentless Pursuit.
Or not. I mean, that would have been cool too.
Here is the information for it. It does require a little bit of reading, so pay attention. I will send this to you in a private message, Tato, so that you can add it to your character sheet. It does require attunement, which you could take care of fairly easily. It deals 1d8 plus 2 piercing damage. It also has reach, which means you can stab something that's 10 feet away. It must be held two-handed, but you can also throw it if necessary. As a free action, you may teleport to the location of the spear
What?
so long as you are within 30 feet of it. If you teleport to the spear mid-flight, it will fall straight down. If you teleport to it when it connects to an enemy, you may follow up with extra attacks if you have any. As a free action, you may recall the spear to your hands, so long as you aren't holding anything. Here's a little extra information. At the back of the spear, almost entirely inside the haft, is an aquamarine blue, slightly poking out. The gem holds the teleportation magic of the weapon, and each time it is used, 1 charge is lost. The gem holds a total of 4 charges, and they do recharge at the start of a new day, unless you spend all of the charges in a single day, in which case the gemstone loses its magic.
Whoa.
So you now have a long spear that you can teleport to and then attack if you hit an enemy. You can throw it if necessary. It is two-handed, so you will have to wield this thing on its own.
That's
and
fine.
then once you hit your opponent with it, you can use your free action to teleport there. And then it's a bonus action to grab your swords. And then your regular attack action because you do get extra. So you basically go ham on people.
Query, if I may.
Yes.
Does it count as magical for the purposes of overcoming damage resistance?
It does contain magic, so it is considered a magical weapon.
Good to know.
Some of the dwarves, finding an odd sense of enjoyment in seeing a talking wolf, congratulate Nim on his abilities in striking down the Medusa. And with a sharp clap to his back, one of them says, "Go on then! Give us a howl!"
Come on, Nim.
He
victory
will
now.
happily do so.
Victory screech!
Claps hands over his ears.
Specifically, he's gonna do his thunderous howl.
All right, as the howl rattles the cave, the dwarves begin laughing heartily, clapping their hands over their ears. From outside the cave and the deep and driven snow, you hear a response. Nim, this is exactly what you think it is, buddy.
Woohoo!
In strides a silver wolf. Atop its back is a white ferret. They have heeded your call and have come to your side in your time of need.
Took him long enough. I mean, yay!
I told you I had something in the works. You just have to believe in me, okay?
But it's not a white ferret.
Well, it's a white ferret now. It's a white ferret in this game.
Oh, okay. But his name's Kale.
Okay. All right. As you exit the cave and back into the sunlight, presumably heading back towards Molemister,
It would be preferred, yes.
gasps are heard from the cave mouth. The dwarves part ranks, and a pride of griffins pad forward. The same beasts you saw earlier at the fire on the Threshold Inn. The griffins bow their heads before you. "You freed their skies from the gargoyles," whispers Lerzona. "And now, I suppose, they honor you as steeds."
That
Nim's
sounded
just
a
going to
little
look down
backwards.
at himself.
Tato will bow too towards at the
Maintain eye
gargoyles.
contact. Don't blink.
All right. So, what is going to happen here is the griffins are going to take the party back to Molemaster. A couple griffins who had accompanied this pride grab Shrek and the horse attached to it, with Tato still in the cart.
You mean Kiero?
Kiero, I believe.
Fiero, yeah. Well, no, Tato's there now too.
I am? Okay.
Nim will go ahead and get in as well, because...
Okay. So griffins are basically flying the cart now. All right. Oh, go ahead.
It behooves me to be greedy, but what about Jester?
Yeah, the horse is going too.
Not that horse. The horse with the cart is not Jester.
Well, all the horses are going
Okay.
too.
The
All of
horse
your
with the
belongings
cart is
are being
Donkey.
taken back to
I do need to
Mulmaster.
specify, because if I don't, there's a chance you'll say, "Oh no, we've got the horse." I'm not saying that you personally would, but
No.
as a player to GM relationship, it is necessary.
All right.
That belt you said that we got.
It is a belt of dwarven kind.
And what does that mean?
You'll have to look it up.
Well, hopefully perform a check to do it instead of just,
Yeah.
looking it up, because that's cheating.
Well, I kind of assumed
Even for
that
those of us
they
who
would
know.
tell us.
Well,
Kinda
it was the king's belt. They just kind of gave it to you.
Oh.
All
Okay.
right. The trip back to Mulmaster only takes about 3 hours by flight. As you return to Mulmaster, it has become nighttime. Tonight is the festival of Fiery Night. It is considered a holy day for the worshippers of Lathander, the god who keeps fires burning from dawn until the following morning. For most Mulmasterites, it's just another excuse to get drunk.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That really is.
It is the festival. Crowds of revelers, many of them holding burning staves, swell the city's streets. Bonfires blaze at crossroads, and ale and food stalls have sprung up along the main thoroughfares.
Oh, wait, stop, no, that one right down there, he still owes me change.
All right, heading back. Entertainers throng the streets surrounding the Black Blade and Bloody Boar. As you elbow your way forward, you see Boone Ludwatkazar leaving the inn ahead of you. He raises a stony hand in greeting just as a troop of fire jugglers swirl past.
Oh, do I still give him the sword? I was a little confused on that. Because first it was the sword, and then the spear.
The sword we gave to Boone, the spear was bound to you.
Okay.
Yeah, the spear's yours.
And who is currently holding the belt of dwarven kind?
Has yet to be discussed by the party. I would assume we gave it to Shenzi as the singularly most trustful of us.
Hmm.
Which, necromancer makes so much sense.
I could wear it.
Out of character, I will say that Zale should not get it. It will not benefit him much, if at all.
Okay. If you have the information, if you could PM it to me.
I have the information.
Yeah, I pulled it up. It's
But my character doesn't know. I know.
If I remember
know.
correctly, it's a con bonus, and you get some dwarven traits like dark vision and some resistances, I think.
You could
Our
Also, you have a chance of
Constitution
growing a beard
increases
in
by
some
2.
versions.
Also, advantage on charisma with interactions made with dwarves. Oh, and you grow a beard, or you have
Oh.
a 50% chance each day at dawn of growing a full beard.
It pleases
visibly
me that they
thicker
kept
one if you
that
already
for
have
5th
one.
edition.
That's amazing. That is amazing.
Can you imagine Tato with a beard?
Let's go ahead and give it to Tato.
Yeah,
I'm
like
okay with this.
it'll be like one giant noodle hair coming out of his face. Or
That's
just a
weird.
bunch of noodles coming out of his face.
That's gonna be weird. I like it, but that's weird.
Sounds like you need to get a new icon, Tato.
I'm gonna shave it off.
And every morning it has a chance of coming back.
Yeah, I'll just shave it off. It's fine.
Oh, you see, this is how a normal
Or
man
I can
be.
only
You
put
will
it
know now.
on when I'm interacting with dwarves, and then take it off before I go to
Usually these
bed.
benefits require time to come in.
This
and if you
isn't
take-
an attunement one, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
If you particularly, you will not gain the Constitution effect
Okay.
until 24 hours of wearing it.
Well, okay. Here's the thing. I never got to learn Dwarvish, and my grandma knows it, and I didn't really get the time to learn from her. So wearing that would be cool.
As a player, I have no issue with it.
Alright.
Imagine Zale throws a bit of a hissy fit, but talk him down. Or just have Nim lay
You're
on him.
already getting paid.
I would like to have folks go ahead and roll insight checks for me.
I would love to make an insight check. Thing is, I've actually taken the effort to train it.
Tato.
Sorry.
All right, Elysian and Zale. Though Tato seems keen on returning the sword back to Boon Ludwadkazar, the two of you exchanged glances. Weren't you told earlier that Boon Ludwadkazar was dead?
No, well, to be fair, we were told he planned to die. That said, the king did think that his brother was dead, so on that
Wait.
note, I suppose it's a little odd that they wanted us to give a sword to a dead dwarf. You know, said dwarf doesn't really know that we're supposed to give him the sword. We don't necessarily have to. Just saying, I mean, no one would ever know. He has stated he does not want to go back home, so they'd never find out. Also, it could be cursed. I mean, I would sell it to someone that we don't mind cursing. Could I give an Arcana check, actually, since Shenzi is not here?
You can.
No, I can't.
Could I try?
The sword radiates magic, but you're not able to figure out what exactly the enchantment is. But you can tell that it is not cursed.
Can Nim try?
You get the same information.
Okay.
Should we make a roll for Shenzi, maybe? Those who have control of her sheet. She would attempt this.
It's not going to help.
Oh, fine.
All right, so here we go.
Party decision time.
The conclusion. Iron flows once again in Molemister. If you freed any of the miners, rumors spread of your role as liberators. However, such talk may soon reach the ears of new enemies in Molemister. With the elemental threat destroyed, the young queen of the Ludwadkazar, good god, leads her people back underground. Somewhere in Molemister, her father's sword and its enchantment await its destined wielder. And that is the end of Mayhem in the Earthspur Mines. For finality's sake, I'll go ahead and give you the final experience points. For defeating the five gargoyles inside the foundry, the party gains 375 points apiece.
Not a bad chunk in the least.
For the defeat of Atia Scorvo and her nightmare, the party receives 500 experience points each. The gold has already been divvied out. All magical items have been given out. All new magical items and other errata have been disseminated. That is the end of the Mayhem and Earthspur Mines adventure. We will be moving on to book number 5 in our next session. And with it being 8:45, we ended right on schedule.
Oh, by the way,
Yes.
I'm going to throw away my now bent up, non-silvered longsword and
You
to
could
make
you
room
could go
for
ahead
for the long spear.
if you wanted to, you could go ahead and just sell that to a local blacksmith for like 3 gold.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Before you go, if you could, a long rest to restore things.
You're currently at a. Oh right, I have to do that in the combat tracker, don't I?
In case,
Afraid so.
unless anyone wants.
I'm
my
looking at
help.
my decreased recovery die. Quite sadly.
I have to remember how to do that now. Rest, there it is.
Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be playing Teen Titans, like the original Teen Titans, on my Rabbit after this. If anyone wants to join me for that.
All right. With that, then, Zim, if you want to go ahead and take us to the outro.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us this evening. I hope you enjoyed it all. Thank you so much for coming and then sticking around through the misadventures is what I think they'd be called more.
Oh, it's very much a misadventure.
Please remember to follow and subscribe. We do have a YouTube channel where all of these videos are uploaded at. Please remember to also check the description in the channel. We've got Patreon at patreon.com/ZGFgaming. And you can subscribe to the channel here on on Twitch. And all of these ways of supporting the channel do give you Z coins that you can use to influence the game later on. We do have an additional way for you to support us, and that is by buying games on Humble Bundle. We are a Humble Bundle partner, so if you go through the link in the description, you can buy whatever you want, and part of it comes back to us. If you're buying a bundle, you can choose how much of that part comes back to us. And otherwise, thank you all so much for joining, and I will be back tomorrow with Mario plus Rabbids, and I bid you all adieu.
Thank you so much for joining us. I have been Gooberjack over at the Drowned Lynch Tavern at Random Encounters. I have placed the Khadgar link once more into both chat streams. I encourage everyone to share the love. If you liked what you see here, if you're in the tavern, go ahead, give Zim a follow. That helps him out over there. If you're there over in Raw Zim's channel, if you want to go ahead, check out Random Encounters. We do stream all through the week, just like Zim does. I am a variety caster. I got D&D on Thursdays and Fridays. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday is usually weird games. I'm still trying to work out the kinks with my graphics card. So some of those games might not work properly, but I do play Armored Warfare, World of Warplanes, Minecraft, and as of recently, I have gotten back into the Pokemon TCG Online. And along with that, whenever I get the extra funds or they are given to me, I do pack openings as well as code card giveaways when I do those streams and I have the resources. So check in for that. I usually start streaming around 7 p.m. Central or 4 p.m. Central Standard Time if you want to check that out. Other than that, I have been Gooberjack, otherwise known as the Great Mistress Rika. I want to thank all of you guys for joining us for this adventure, and I look forward to going into book number 5 with you. So, on behalf of everyone at the Drowned Lynch Tavern, and of course everyone on our beautiful D&D table, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time!